Okay, and it's the Bare Naked podcast. And today we have sui generis Tate.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Okay. So we're doing a series called Bare Ambitions, and we're talking to streamers, small business owners, content creators, side hustlers, and essentially we're just trying to get the inside scoop because everything's feed ready these days. So we're trying to turn life's focus to behind the camera and really see what goes into it, what's all really a part of it. How we feeling? What are we thinking?
I'm feeling great. I'm just happy that you know what I'm saying, you allow me in your presence, you know what I'm saying, be a part of this amazing show that's about to take off. So I appreciate you even wanting to know about anything behind the scenes with my life. So I'm appreciative of that. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. So I guess kind of like starting from the beginning, because I guess like the streamer aspect. How did you start streaming? Like what
Mm.
even started that for you?
Like most streamers, I got the interest in COVID. I actually was
Mm,
living in London at the time. I was studying abroad. I was getting my master's, and I kind of really didn't care once COVID happened. Started going back to gaming like the whole world did, and I started like getting back into Call of Duty. And I was playing with my cousin and some of my friends out there, and they were like, "Yo, you can kind of like, bro, you should think about streaming because that's when it was picking up to like its height." And I was like,
right.
I don't know. I guess maybe my cousin talked about it. Again, then I actually one of my friends I went to class with, he used to be like back in India, head of like an esports team. So he was like and whispering in my ear too. So I just started seeing it, started going online, like looking at YouTubers that were streamers, and I kind of like had the ambition, like, all right, I want to do this, but I kind of didn't know where to start. Um,
Right.
then I ended up going home 6 months later, back home to New York, to the States. My mom ran into some financial issues due to COVID. And then when I got home, I just decided that, yeah, this is something I want to do. So I got like two jobs, was grinding for a year to get the PC. And yeah, that's my journey started back in like, what, end of June of 2021. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do whenever you started out, because you said like you had like your cousin, you had like the friend and everything, were they a part of the beginning? Or like was it just like solely you just playing like how what
I,
was like a regular stream in the beginning, I guess?
it was different because I had a lot of people that like was supporting it, but I actually started streaming on YouTube before I started streaming on Twitch. So my
Oh,
first like two,
okay.
3 weeks of it, it's because to be honest, I didn't even want to take streaming seriously. I just thought of it like I've always wanted to be like a YouTuber since I was like the age of 16. So in my mind, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this like stream on YouTube. Like it'll be like a funnel to my videos that I'm gonna be making. So I thought it'd just be all conglomerate, be on one under like one thing. So I was kind of just using Twitch as like, when I started streaming, like, all right, I'm just gonna try to get people to funnel to watch my YouTube videos. So
Yeah.
when I got on it, I had people that was cool because it was easier to get people from like my social media platforms to go to YouTube because it's just a common thing that we all use. So I was like, let me just get
Right.
there. So at beginning, I was just doing just chatting streams on YouTube, and it was kind of cool. And then so like my cousin, he was based in the UK at the time, so the time difference, he wasn't really around.
Yeah.
And then my other boy, he ended up moving to India, so the time difference was even crazier. But I was fortunate
Right.
enough that like once I got home, reconnected with a couple of my friends. I had one of my friends. I actually like he was building his PC along the same time I was, and we kind of started around the time. He was like a month after me, so I kind of like introduced into streaming with him. But yeah, it kind of was. I really wasn't alone, but like it was the same people that inspired me that was there at the beginning. So.
Right. No, that's good to hear because I feel like a lot of people run into the issue of like you find support elsewhere in life. Like I feel like a lot of people don't find support. Like they get the vocal support, right? But whenever
Yeah.
it comes down to actually being there and like actually showing up for it and like supporting like hands on, I feel like sometimes people run into
Now,
issues with that.
here was the thing. They supported me on YouTube, but the same people didn't carry over to Twitch when I switched because it was
It was probably
easier
like the convenience of
of,
it.
of
Like,
YouTube. So, and of course, at that time, Twitch was still known as a gaming platform. And
yeah,
if you wasn't a gamer, you wasn't coming to Twitch. So, like, yeah, I had the support early, but it kind of like I had to find my own way. And I saw who was the true people who like carried over to Twitch with me. And it was very few. It
right,
was like one or two. So, like, it wasn't
right,
as easy as it started. Like, YouTube, it was cool, but I understood that, like, it was one of my friends who actually I credit him to everything. He was also I met him through my cousin. He was another somebody based in the UK. He was like, "Yo, bro, you should start streaming on Twitch because I think it would be beneficial from a community base." And I
mm-hmm.
was like, "Bro, I don't really." I really pushed it aside, but then I took his advice, ended up going, and then like here we are now. So shout out to him. He was one of the
Right.
like the three people that like was there from the beginning. So, but yeah, like it wasn't the smoothest transition over to Twitch, especially the first 2 3
Yeah.
months. Yeah,
Okay. I was kind of interested that you said the just chatting streams on YouTube
yeah.
cuz like I kind of didn't expect that. I feel like a lot of people I don't know, like I don't want to say like the just chatting part is like off put. I just feel like people don't think about it that much. Like people think about like yeah, like gaming and like the content and like actually having something like visual being done. What was that like? Like
It was actually lit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was fun because what I would do is I used to do this thing on my Instagram. So I kind of like thought about it a little bit and kind of strategic about how I wanted to start. So I used to do this thing on my on Instagram on my Wednesdays where I ask a question and I ask a question and it would be
mhm,
something like thought provoking or something crazy, something that gets a lot of people. And I started realizing a lot of people was engaging with it. So I was like,
mhm,
I'm gonna start taking those questions and drive them to the live scene. So they'd be like, I'll post that question. It's something that engages with. They can have a live conversation with it. So from the beginning, like the first couple of 2, 3 was cool because it was just kind of carrying over from everybody who wanted to talk a little bit more instead of just like a
right.
little whatever 100 characters you get on Instagram. So it's kind of cool
Yeah.
bringing that. And then I would tell certain people to come pull up as well. And it was like a conglomerate of like a bunch of actually my friends just talking back and forth and just saying stuff. So that was cool. And then I also literally had one of my first streams around when I first cut my hair. So if people don't know, I'm
Uh-huh.
bald. So it kind of even brought a way more attention because I went like it was just crazy like left field. I didn't tell anybody. I used to have freaking braids and like literally like all different types of twist outs and stuff, mad hair, and I just cut
Right.
my hair, go bald, and I'm like, yo, pull up to my stream if you want to know why. So I kind of like clickbaited crazy into that as well. So it was a lot of like attention over that scene, but it was fun because it made me it's kind of what I wanted the style of my YouTube videos to go. I kind of wanted to just be sitting here talking about my life, doing stuff. So it was kind of like practice for that. And I kind of wanted to use
Right.
some of my streaming clips to be a YouTube video. I was trying to think ahead. So it
Yeah.
was fun. It was kind of fun in the beginning because there was a lot of people that like just, people I knew that was just in there talking, going back and forth. Like it was cool.
Right. Okay, okay. And then so like everything that you're saying though too, like I don't want to say it sounds completely different from what goes on now cuz it like you can see where it rooted from that. But your focus was definitely like YouTube, which like I get cuz I definitely just feel like with our age like yes,
Yeah.
everybody wanted to be a YouTuber,
100%.
like everybody wanted to be posting their videos and that. Um if not like when, how did the switch start happening and you start realizing, okay, wait, actually, like maybe YouTube isn't the focus? Like,
Um, to be honest, all just became Twitch just started just
yeah.
gauging stuff. Like I saw when I initially moved to Twitch, I didn't do just chatting.
Uh-huh.
So I started and then I was on YouTube a little bit, and that's when my love has always been for gaming was Call of Duty. So
Yeah.
I even did some Call of Duty streams on YouTube prior to switching. But like when I switched over, it was just kind of like the networking just kind of happened. Like it was like I started like I was networking so crazy trying to find just people that I can just vibe with because it was completely new to me. I didn't know anything about Twitch. Like I was it's brand new.
Right.
So it kind of was like, all right, I'm still making these YouTube videos, and then my Twitch started to pick up. Some people there started meeting some connections, started meeting some bigger streamers, and I kind of like just getting into it. I was like, ah, this kind of cool. Like I kind of like the live experience of being able to interact live, and then started meeting friends from like New Zealand and like the UK, and it was like, wait, hold on, I have access to like I can have a conversation with somebody on a whole nother side of the world, like
Right.
live that I don't have access to just through YouTube. So I guess getting that live interactions and then meeting people and like it just was like, oh snap, the euphoric feeling I get like, oh wow, like that's like way more personable than just someone watching my video, someone just watching a post. So that's kind of like the switch. It was early. I kind of got addicted to it. Like my first month, I streamed like 180 hours. It was so unhealthy. Like I got addicted. Like it was crazy. Like all I wanted to do was stream. So like, it was
Right.
a really early switch for me. Like recognizing I love the interpersonal like conversations and
Yeah.
connections you can make. Like
Right. No, I love that because I always talk about like I feel like our people aren't the world's so big, there's no way that like all of our people are just right in our direct
100%.
vicinity. Like there's people everywhere that we can connect to. You saying 180 hours in the first month. Did
Yes.
you what was your first burnout like? Like what when I don't know cuz I feel like or did you have like do you
Oh,
remember
I've
like
had
having a
multiple
burnout
burnouts.
moment?
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
multiple. Yeah, I always tell people I was literally just talking to my friend like a couple of days ago who's just starting streaming. He's like in his second month. And I was like, yo, bro, don't do what I did. Like, pace yourself
Yeah.
slow. Cause it was crazy because I wasn't just streaming. Like I was so obsessed with it, and like I recognized from an early age what I wanted to do to grow. So like I would
Mm.
stream 8 hours every day, like 8 hours a day. Like it was a full shift. I didn't have a job at the time because it was COVID. Like I couldn't get a job,
Right.
so I
Ain't got
was
nothing
like,
better to do.
yeah. So I was just streaming, and then I would get off, and then spend 2 hours editing because I was still trying to post YouTube videos, and then after that, I would spend
Mm.
2 hours just being in people's chats. So anybody who came supporting me or go find, I literally every single day used to go down the browse just to find people that like just would be like just be friends with. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
nothing like no like oh I stream no, it was just simply like yo I just want to watch people, I want to learn, I want to study, I want to see what other people are doing on this platform. So I was kind of putting like 12 hours a day, like sleeping like 4 or 5 hours. So like
Right.
it caught up like quickly.
Yeah.
But I would say probably like week like month 3 or 4 is when I started.
Okay.
But like I was doing it for a while. And then like I just as life got like I finally got a job later, and then like just things around there. But it took a while. I'm not gonna lie. I was obsessed. It was just, and
Right.
every day was something new. You never knew what was gonna happen. Every time you boot up, you
Right.
never knew. So it kind of was like exciting knowing that like anything could
Yeah.
happen.
It's like a dopamine hit.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, yeah. I don't.
give me more, give
I
me
miss
more.
those days. I wish I still felt like that now with those days. Yeah,
Right.
but like it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Stuff is like that, huh? Like things can be so exciting whenever they're like new and everything. Same thing with like moving into a house. Like you move
100%.
into a house and it's like, oh my gosh, like look at this space, and
Yeah,
like
you want to
it
decorate
just it just
everything.
seems bright and
Yeah,
big and like it's all these things. But then after you wake up, after like a few, you be like, damn, okay.
I'm ready for nothing
Like it
new.
starts,
Something like
yeah,
yeah.
like it starts to. It's like there was like this filter before, and it said like this is what life looked like whenever we are younger, and everything, the colors are all bright and like
100%.
the world just looks so great. And like it feels like any day like now we wake up and it's like there's just like no saturation, like there's no like
Shoot.
I don't
Don't get
know.
me started. No, I ain't gonna make me sound miserable.
Whatever, get started. This
Nah.
must be the place.
Nah, yeah, I feel you. And it definitely feel different. Like I even say that like with streaming overall now I feel different because like I just hit 3 years like doing it. Like I got off and on and stuff.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Like it's crazy. I didn't think I would be even, I don't know. You never know the trajectory. I just was happy to be here at the
Right.
point. So, but it does feel different. Like I feel like obviously with like the world kind of returning back to the new normal after COVID, things have shifted everything and every aspect of life. Just of like my life has changed so much drastic. I probably can only imagine how yours and anybody who's watching this. So it does feel different from streaming because I feel like Twitch was at its height, like when everyone was
Yeah.
at home and couldn't do nothing. So it
Right.
kind of has changed in that regards of how streaming feels, even just life. Like, certain things are just not the same as it was prior to COVID. Like, so
Right.
yeah, I feel like I definitely feel the excitement or just the overall like life kind of shifted. I ain't saying bad. I'm not trying to like I'm depressed or nothing, but
Right.
yeah, like it definitely feels some days it's like routine. As we getting older, like that's kind of what it is. Like you just kind of in a routine of things now.
Right. You get trapped in the loop.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
just you get so used to like um wake up. Or like some people like what like beginning of the week it's like grind hard, do everything, get
yeah.
everything done. And then you get to the weekend and you're like, "Ah, okay, I get to relax."
To do it all
But you
over
don't
again.
even like really relax
Not
though.
100%. Because you
It's
got
like
prepped
I
for the
don't
next week of grinding again.
right. You're
Like,
like, "Okay, what's next? What's next? What's
yeah.
next?" Life
No,
is
100%.
very like go 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 go. Like
100%.
and I
100%.
guess that does get super tiring. Um once you did start to get into Twitch and you started to realize, okay, this is the direction that I'm going and everything, and your like, I guess like focus of what you wanted um for things. I don't know how far of a in the future planner you are. So like I hope this question like
Nah.
works well. But from then to now, like how has your mind shifted on like what you want for your stream
Mm.
and like what you're trying to make like the output or like even I guess the input to yourself of like what comes out of your stream?
Everything changed. When I
Yeah.
started, like I said, I started with my friends. So like we wanted to do Call of Duty, and we kind of wanted to be the like Nick Mercs and like Tim the Tap Man of people of color though. Like you know what I'm saying, wasn't a lot of black
Okay.
people in CODs. We wanted to kind of like make that like a thing, and we wanted to be as big as we possibly can be. Quickly realized we ain't that good to be that, but that was the aspirations of it. Just I wanted to be the biggest I could possibly be, and I was so motivated to be big.
Yeah.
And like that's why I was dedicating all this because I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna let anybody outwork me. All this, all the stuff that you get when you're super motivated and highly dedicated to something, and it completely shifts now. Because for me, when I made the switch from just literally like playing games, and I didn't play a game for like 9 months to a year. Where I just chatted for a very long
Okay.
time, and that's kind of like where I discovered where I really wanted to do. Because when you're just playing a game, it's kind of hard for you to get to know anybody that's in chat. They're just coming to you. It's kind of
Yeah.
extension of like a YouTube video, just live. I'm watching you, you know.
Right.
And then once I started being able to talk and like meet people, it was kind of like, yo, I like can build a connection. Like I know where you from. Like I know what you do for work, your age. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you feel comfortable enough, people express all different types of things. And I'm like, I actually know that person without knowing that person in a sense. You know, like there's so many people I
Yeah.
like feel like an actual connection to. And that's for me what my stream is now. Like I have no aspirations of being like partner to the biggest streamer. People pushing me towards that. And of course, if I can keep connecting and like impacting people's lives and more, then I wouldn't mind that. But for me, it's just more about like whoever's in chat, if they're feeling comfortable, if they feel safe, and if they feel like they can be them, then
Yeah.
that's fine with me. It doesn't matter who's there. Anybody who takes any time of their day, I'm blessed that you want to spend it with me. So if it's be here for 5 seconds to drop alert, or you here for 5 hours for the vibes, like that's my whole focus is
Right.
who's there in the chat and if they're having a good time. And I don't care how many, and no number matters to me. I don't care about numbers no more. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, what we doing. If it's just the vibes is right, people are comfortable and people want to come back and they feel
Yeah.
safe, that's fine. That's where my whole attention is. So that's kind of like it shifted from I'm gonna be the biggest, baddest, whatever one it is to like, bro, whoever's here to ride, whoever's here, as long as you straight, I got you. And like really actually
Right.
build a community, like focus on the community side.
Right. And speaking on like the community aspect, sometimes that's like hard, right? Because it's hard. I feel like in life in general, but definitely I feel like with streaming, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in how you're perceived and like making a space that like others enjoy and everything. Did you find it easy to allow the space to like be what you want your space to be, or do you feel like you kind of like catered maybe to what you thought an audience wanted, or like do you feel like at any point you weren't really wholeheartedly into what you were doing?
Both, in different
Yeah.
aspects. At one point, because when I was trying to think about numbers and think about what works best for the stream, I wasn't doing
Right.
100% what I want to do. And I still battle with that sometimes now because like I'm at the point now I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get up. Like I used to have agendas, or if I would freak out if I didn't know what I'm doing, like I'm at the point now I just
Yeah.
boot up and figure out what we're doing after, like at
Right.
this point. But at plenty times it's been like a disconnection because I started off my first 9 months and I built a little community playing Call of Duty. Then I switched for another 9 months to a year where I built this whole community being just chatter. Then I tried to blend it. So it's like a lot of
Yeah.
people like followed me or was in that part of my life for a different time of me. So there's some people that
Uh-huh.
actually genuinely like watching me play Call of Duty. And so there's sometimes I felt like, dang, like there's people here that want to play it, but I don't want to play no Call of Duty. I just like talking.
Right.
And there's certain people that came in and like, yo, I just like the conversations. I used to do like podcasts on like with streamers. I used to do all different types of like stupid stuff. And people like just sitting here having a conversation. And I'm like, yo, I just kind of want a game today. So I come sometimes I feel like I have a mixture of people who like the content in different ways. And I kind of like, I don't really know what I want to do, or some things I want to do. I feel like dang, now like people won't really like that. So I do run into that even up to today. But overall, I just make sure I have a again I've established where we can say anything and everything. So like I'll even ask shit
Mhm.
if y'all want to see it or not. Like just let me know. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings or kind of like gauge what people
Right.
want to do. And at the end of the day, like make the most of it. Like I said, it's for the people who's there, who's the vibes. If everyone around is having enjoying it, how am I gonna just be selfish? Not like I would enjoy it. Like I'm streaming to make a connection and talk to y'all. I don't really stream for whatever I'm doing. It's for the people that's in chat. So I battle it
Right.
sometimes, but at the end of the day, like we end up having a good time no matter what we do. Like I try to make the best of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I like how you said specifically, like, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, because I
Nah,
feel like
yeah.
people get caught up in that
People
whenever it
too
comes to
sensitive.
feedback.
Yeah. People,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's like nah, like
Yeah.
it's okay if they don't rock with it. It's okay if they're not fucking with it.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
you can like
Pivot.
let me know that, and like then I get to decide like is this something that I'm willing to like be flexible on? Is this something
100%.
that like I'm okay like compromise? Like compromise is like the biggest thing in life, and that takes communication. Um Was there anything that you did that like you were like all for and it ended up maybe not like having the greatest it wasn't like received the greatest, or you were like,
Trying
"Damn,
to think.
I thought that was a winner right there."
In every day in life, but I'm trying to think of something specific. I feel like it's definitely been something. Um, I'm trying to think. Because it's been the opposite. There's been things that I kind of just did that I didn't expect to take off.
Mm, yeah.
That's I was like, oh, I wasn't prepared for this in any
Like, oh, you
means.
like this?
Yeah,
What?
like I just wasn't. I wasn't. Nah, this was just something I just
I
threw
was
out
just
there.
playing. I was
Yeah.
just playing.
Like so I'm not even gonna lie to you. More of like the something I hit that I really like that I haven't done. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a great
Okay.
question. I'd have to like really think about that in a sense. But I don't know, nothing recently, I guess, because I feel like I've like slacked more recently. I feel like there's so many ideas that I haven't like
Yeah.
actually tapped back into. But now I'll say off the limb there has been, but that's nothing off the top of my head that was like
Okay.
blatant. That like yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um.
Wait, there's one, but it's
Okay.
very minor. It is very minor.
Okay.
Like so when I was used to be a Call of Duty streamer, I used to hold like customs every Friday. That's kind of how
Mm.
I like got like my name in the Call of Duty community because I was meeting so many like streamers just from holding customs. That died once I switched over and I stopped playing COD. So I brought back,
Mm.
I tried to bring back customs recently. This COD, I was like, oh, this is gonna be, people are enjoying it. Yeah, it was one good custom, and after that, nobody came back to my custom. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was we had a banger. The first one was popping, and then after that, hey, yeah, nobody showed back up. But it's like that's something small. Like I ain't hurting, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hurt after that, but
Yeah.
I guess that's the one thing that popped in my head. Like,
Whatever though, because if it pops out, shows out the first time, and the
yeah, I
second
was
time you're
like, yeah,
like,
I'm like, oh, it's about
okay,
to be
okay,
bigger.
I got more food at the cookout this time. We
Yeah.
ready? And
Yeah.
then you're like,
No one showed
oh,
up. That one.
okay,
That one I was looking stupid. I was like, damn, my bad people. I thought you had something, It was it was a good day. That's all it was. But
okay.
that's probably the only thing I can think about.
That's funny though. Um, what's been like your biggest surprise streaming? Like, what's something that's been like maybe aside from the fact because I know you said like where you are now and like what it's grown into. Aside from that, what is something that like you just kind of didn't
It's like 10
anticipate?
different things popped in my head when you said that.
Share them all.
One, all right, it's gonna sound crazy, but like it's insane to me how strong of a connection you can make without even seeing people.
Mm,
Um, like, and I always make this joke, like, yo, I'm so close with people I ain't never seen their legs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, I did, I literally be sitting in the chair, like, I haven't seen none of y'all legs, your kneecaps. Y'all could be bow-legged. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mad cool people. Like, that was the craziest thing I recognized. Just like, yo, like, it opened my eyes that like a lot of people don't know. I try to explain to my IRLs that don't understand because I say 95%, 90% of my life is online. If it's between just posting
mhm.
content through social media platforms as well as like streaming, like it's like I talk to people online way more than I've ever talked. Like I've known friends for like 20 years, and it's like, yo, I probably know the person online, like their thoughts way more because that's all we can share. So like the
Right.
amount of friends that I call family that I've never even met, that I've had countless conversations with, and I know personal things about their life and goals, aspirations that couldn't even call up one of my friends and say I know as much. So that was the most
Right.
surprising thing that like I can build not only emotional attachment, but like so just a strong connection with people that's all over the planet. That really like I feel like I can go to if I need to talk about certain things that I may not have that relationship in real life. So that's probably the most glaring, surprising. Two is that people actually like. I don't know if it's just me. I'm the content creator part. So like I never was a viewer prior to this. So it's kind of a lack of like understanding. But like people
Mhm.
really would sit there and like watch a stream. Like I to me it's just so like there's people that just come in and watch every day. Like I'm their team. Like you
Right.
know what I'm saying? I just never grasped that. Like I get it. Like at the end of the day, like we stream to have people watch us, but to sit there
Yeah.
and like I have like people that have been rocking me for years that
Yeah.
show up or at least pop in every single day. I mean I've been there like they used to be, or but like you come in and you sit here and like for 2 hours you're sitting here and watching nonstop typing. Like I'm sorry, like that's surprising to me. I never thought like
Right.
there's no way that y'all sitting here typing your lives away. To me, like I'm just a regular
Yeah.
bald dude just sitting here chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So like that was probably the most two glaring. It's like yo, people actually watch me. Like,
Yeah.
which again, it sounds like I don't have no, but it's like yo, like it's like you understand. Like there's people that don't know me. Some people who generally don't even type in chat that just watch. Like, there's some people that
Mm.
watch time is ridiculous. They're like, yo, I just lurk. I just don't have nothing to say. You watch me,
Yeah.
like, bro. The fact that like I had boys one day tell me like, yo, bro, like one day I didn't post up a VOD. Yo, bro, what are you doing? Why you didn't post a VOD? I watch those when I'm at work. Like, huh? Like you watch, but like, yeah, like, I
Right.
have friends who literally would like because they can't stay up late enough, they'll go back and watch the stream. Like so, like that whole
Okay.
gap, like that's just like what you do that, like
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah, so that's probably the biggest too.
Right. You speaking on the 'cause the like IRL understanding of like all of this like internet stuff. I definitely get that cuz I've had some conversations where it's like you just don't get it
They
unless you're
don't.
doing
They
it. Like there's
don't.
just you got to have like the experience of that knowledge to
Hundred
really
percent.
like understand. Cuz yeah, I have people that are like, "What do you mean? Like how's that your friend? Like how's that what do you mean? How's that not my friend? Like, what you mean? Because I could
But
call them if I needed to call somebody, and they're gonna be there like however they can. Like, they're gonna help. They're gonna you most definitely can form real connections because it's a real person
100%.
behind the screen.
One hundred
Um,
percent.
dang, I like forgot my question. There was something that you
You
said.
good?
Um, okay, I don't know. Next thing, we'll come back to it probably
Yeah,
because
it's
I'm
some
not
back.
gonna try to sit here. Parasocial relationship is a phrase for a reason. Yeah, okay, that's a good thing. Have you ran into any parasocial uh issues in your time of streaming?
All right, I'm dumb. Parasocial, explain it to me.
No, it's okay. So like essentially, I just always use this example. You like watch a vlogger on YouTube, right? And like
They're not the real,
somebody's
like
like
they're not them, like they're not really who they are on camera.
no, so
Oh,
like
okay.
it's more on the viewer side of like they watch them and to them it's like, "Oh my god, we're best friends. Like I know everything about you. Like
Oh,
I know."
yeah,
And then but then on the creators end, it's like, "I don't know you."
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I ran into that.
this ain't
Yeah,
what you think this is. Like,
yeah, I ran into that.
yeah. Okay, what was that? Like you don't have to share whatever you don't want to share about it, but like how
Um,
was that?
kind of. I give you two different things about it, right? So it's one where it's like, you know, one that just was a little too much like obsessed in the sense of like it's weird because I had to recognize this. I tell you the first one so it makes sense more about the second one. So one
Okay.
actually was somebody I met, like they just had to follow each other on Instagram for a long time, and they just obviously I post and I go live, and one day they just clicked
Mhm.
in it and like they were rocking with me for like a couple weeks and it was cool. They good peoples. Ended up finding out they live in the same like around the same area, so we just went like meet up, and it's cool. Like it
Right.
was sitting there, and this one's not a weird one. This is a very cool, genuine one. We was just talking and we would just naturally talk. Like for me, it's my first time seeing him. So in my head, I'm obviously talking as if it's an introductory type of conversation. But there'll be things I say, and they're like, "Yo, I already knew that." And it's like
Right.
weird that like they don't feel like they're meeting me for the first time because they watch me every night. But for me, I'm like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I don't know you. Like I just
Right.
like." And you're a stranger. Like I just know what your username is. Like this is my first time seeing you. So that was kind of
Right.
weird in the sense of like, yo, like I'm chopping up with them and they like know everything I'm already saying. Like they know like personal stuff that I've said. It's kind of like weird. Like, and then on the flip
Right.
side, there's people who feel like just because they're in my streams that like they really know who I am off stream. So they try to
Right.
like talk to me. And I'm not saying I'm not a totally different person on stream. I try to be as genuine as possible on stream, but it's still like
Right.
a weird, like you don't know everything about me. Like I don't say my entire life on stream. And, you
Yeah.
know, when, you know, some people catch crushes or may have like a type of feeling and it's like, yo, shorty, like I'm a stranger. Like you really don't know me.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have any, like I'm a regular dude on the internet. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't like have gathered emotions like this because you
Yeah.
don't know me. We don't talk off stream, so you only see me when I click a button, then I go live in front of other people. So
Right.
I've had a couple, but nothing like to the point where like I know some people who've had some weird interactions, and I'm blessed
Yeah.
that I ain't had nothing on that extreme. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
little things in there that nip in the butt. We good, but like nah, nothing too crazy. But
Okay.
I've heard some
Yeah, because that's
stories. Heard some
right. Yeah, because
stories.
that era of area of stuff does get a little crazy and a little scary.
Oh, I've
Like,
heard some. Yeah, let's just say it's stuff that I know that happened. That's all I say.
okay. I guess kind of going back into like your growth and everything. How or like I guess not how. What's life outside of sitting in front of the camera?
Sitting in
Cuz
front of the
there's
camera.
so much there's so much that goes into streaming. Like I feel like like of course it could be as simple as just sitting down and just being there, but like a lot of the times it's not. So like even when you're off camera, you're not off the clock. So like what's that like for you?
It's changed a lot. because now when I first started, it was literally get off stream and I'm gonna go try to network because I understand that is the number one way to grow. So I gotta meet people and like learn and like it's all about connections. It's not about what I'm doing, it's about who I'm doing it with and anything in life. So I've always wanted to build people. So before it literally used to be like 12, 14-hour days. Like I stream 8 hours, get off, like I said, edit, network, go play offline gaming. Now it's different because I started creating content. I got one thing I want to do going into 2023 or 20 like mid 23 to me like 2024. I wanted to have it established that I didn't want to just be known as a streamer. I wanted to be a
Mm-hmm.
content creator because I feel like I'm labeled and you get put in a box, and I don't ever want anybody to label me for like I feel like I'm multifaceted and a lot of things. I have a lot of interests, a lot of things I want to do. So I started focusing a lot on content creation overall, creating clips and stuff like that. So if I'm not live, I'm literally doing that. Like before this, like before the AC thing came
Oh,
in,
I
I
got
was
the notification.
I
I got
was
it.
I was editing because I recorded a video, the edited it, I was posting today. So like if I'm
Yeah.
not streaming, it's doing something like that. Now with like trying to garden more brand deals and all different types of things. I'm constantly working from my sleep schedule atrocious. So like I wake up
Yeah.
at let's not even talk about that.
Non-existent.
Yeah, non-existent. So when I wake up, it's immediately I'm either filming, I'm editing, I'm posting. I edit for other people now, so to try to make more extra income. So I'm either editing from other people, um, either some type of like brand deal I gotta like talk about, and then I hit the gym if I have time, and I cook, stream. Like I don't really have a life. I don't have a social life outside of like it's bad. It's really not a great
Yeah.
balance at the moment. But like yeah, it's literally I'm sitting in this chair. Like
I feel.
after this,
Is it
like
comfy?
yeah, I ain't
Is
gonna
the
lie to
chair
you. We put it,
comfy?
but I ain't get no gaming chair. Gaming chairs is trash. People, I want to let you know right now. I got myself a nice little office chair. This was doing a job. I mean, we can get real nice and comfortable. I can push it. I ain't gonna go do that right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's comfy. You know, get the job done. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I ain't got no life. Everything's content right now. Streaming is kind of taking a back burner for like content overall. Like it's not as
Okay.
priority as it used to be. So
Yeah. Do you double them up like sometimes? Like, do you use stream as content and everything, or
that's
is
I'm dumb.
content usually,
I'm dumb.
huh?
I'm dumb. Don't you know how most people, for example, like again, what I want to do, I kind of with my social media, I kind of make it separate from streaming anyway. I kind of
Okay.
like have it streaming as its own separate thing.
Yeah.
And that's most people who are content creators, right? They would stream and then collect content from what they stream. So it's a one-time thing, right? I streamed. Oh, I have my stream. I did it already. Let me just edit from the stream. No, not me. I create content totally different and separate, more lifestyle stuff. I do use
Mm-hmm.
some like, for example, when I used to host like Family Feuds and stuff like that. I do take clips from that and I'll post it on my like social media. But other than that, no, everything else I create after. So that's why it's even more of a problem because it's like
Right.
I'll stream and then I have to go create a whole nother form of content to edit. So yeah, I don't make it easy on myself. I'm stupid. Yeah.
Hey, whatever. You're doing your thing.
I'm
It's your
trying.
journey.
I'm trying.
There ain't no right way, or yeah, there's not no wrong way either.
Nah,
It's just your
100%.
way.
Yeah.
It's the Tate way.
I appreciate that.
The
I like
sui
that.
generis
I
way. One of
appreciate
its
that. I
own. Come
appreciate. Come
on.
on now, you know what it is. I appreciate you. I
I did
appreciate
my
you.
research.
I
I was like, I don't know what
appreciate
these
it.
words are.
Nah, trust me. That's the question I get asked every single day in my life. What it means every single day. Either how you
Yeah.
pronounce it, how you say it, or what it means, or
Yeah.
why
If
I'm
you would see
bald.
my VOD from like 3 days ago, I was
Yeah,
like, how do you say this word?
yeah.
How do you say this word? I was searching on the internet. I was like,
Trust
let me
me.
get
That's
ready.
how I found it on the internet. Just searching, like yeah, yeah. So I generous. Yeah.
What was that like finding that then? If that was something that like you searched for, like what were you looking for whenever you found it?
It wasn't it's not gonna be as deep as you think it is. I was
It's
16.
okay.
I was 16, a junior in high school, and my Instagram was the most corny name you can ever think about, and I needed a different name. And I was like, I've always felt like I was different. Like I didn't
Mhm.
like even today, like I just moved differently from a lot of kids even in high school. So I was like, yo, I thought it was gonna be cool. Let me find a synonym for unique, and it was the first one. And I was like, I don't know what that
Okay.
means. So I had to click the little sound thing that she talked on Google, and I said "Sui generous," and I was like, and it said one of its kind, and I was like, nah, this is fire. And
Yeah.
I made it my Instagram name at that time when it was actually Instagram was just posting pictures. And here we are like 12 years later, and it's like became a brand and everything. I got it on my neck, it's tatted on me, like
Okay.
everything is just like what it is. So kind of was like something
Right.
that like I just found and it became something that was meaningful.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I relate on the feeling different. I feel like I've always felt that throughout life. Like it always just doesn't really feel like you have somewhere that you like snugly fit into.
Yeah.
But like I guess that's it. Looking back, you can understand, but definitely at the moment it can feel like discouraging a little bit or like I don't know what's a better word for that. But I like to think that those people, the like someone has to start the trends. Like somebody has to start the change. Somebody has to be that different thing that's not
Mm,
like swimming upstream with everybody else.
talk that.
So like it's like we go through life being like slightly uncomfortable so that we can find our comfort
Mm,
instead of like fitting into other people's comfort.
talk that.
So,
Yeah, one of my
mm,
favorite quotes is "You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable." So that's kind of like
yeah.
one of the things that stick with me for years. So I 100% agree with you. And I kind of looked at it differently than when I was younger though. I felt like I always had like multiple groups. You know, I had my friends that were the athletes. I had my friends who I would go play Yu-Gi-Oh with because I was a little dork back then. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the, you know what I'm saying? I had my friends that like they may be a little different or like in the middle. So I felt like instead of having one group, I had like five, you know. So it was like
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to like I can like bounce off of my personality, but like I didn't never had like one select group that I was always with.
Yeah.
So like where it could be lonely, but it's like if I'm not with them, I'm probably with them or with them. So it's kind of was like when I was younger, it was kind of cool having multiple like people I feel like I could
Right.
fit into when I want to, and then go do my own thing. Like
You saying that it's crazy because I'm kind of like on the opposite where not I also didn't have a group, but I think it kind of like I looked at it negatively. Like I would be like, dang, like why don't I have like a group of friends where like we're all friends, and it was always like I had like a close friend and then there was their group, and it wasn't that like I didn't fit in with them
this
because I
wasn't your
could,
people.
but like
Yeah,
yeah, like it just wasn't an all the time thing. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't like all the time fit in with them. um, Damn, why does that shit happen? I had
What?
a question that went along with that. I don't know.
Oh,
My brain just be going. You're like, what?
trust me, dude. That's some of the things that come in my. I'm like, yeah, I probably should say that. So I understand that my brain just be going all over the place. Trust me, I feel you on that.
But like, um, I don't know. How do you feel right now? Like, do you feel like the group that you have, does it feel like everybody like vibes together good? Like, do you still feel like you're kind of like your personalities like split into groups of
I
people
don't,
or
I don't have an IRL group to this day still. Um,
okay.
I still don't. Nah. But for me, I
Yeah.
understand it was difficult because I've been so many different places. Especially when you get older. Like I'm not home anymore. Like I moved from home multiple times. So I knew it was kind of hard to like gather a group of people. And like obviously when I went to college, it was I had more of a kind of a group in college kind of.
Yeah.
But then once you graduate, we all go our separate ways, and they're still my friends. We still got group chats and stuff like that. But as you know, it's getting more of a adult. You don't talk every single day. Like I don't have a. Then I moved to a completely different state where I know like 4 or 5 people here. So it's not like and they don't like I know them separately. I have one-on-one connections. It's not a group of us. So I guess that's
Right.
probably why I rely so heavily on the online presence and my people that I have online, because those are the people I guess I got an online group. So
Yeah.
like,
Whatever. They
but
real people
yeah,
too.
you 100%. Yeah, I don't got, but I was thinking about it like it's like chilling, like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like
I feel you. I
our
feel
version
you.
of chilling is what we do now in the Discord, which is totally fine with me. I'm a homebody, but yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
like
same
yeah,
here.
I'm a straight up
Ha-
homebody.
Have you always been a homebody? Because I know, like, I used to be out all the time. Like, I just wanted to. I don't know if it was like a subconscious thing, but I always just wasn't home, and like, I don't know if there was maybe like a discomfort in home or like what it was. But anymore now, like, I'm like, I love these walls. Like, don't call me, don't knock on my
100%.
door, don't come over unannounced. Like, let me mentally prepare.
I'm trying to think like. Growing up, I only went out for sports. So if it wasn't for sports, I wasn't outside. So yes and no, but I was always playing sports. Like football was my
Okay.
life, basketball was my life. When I moved to London, yeah, I wasn't inside. There was no way in hell
Okay.
like I was outside any moment I can get. I was in a brand new country, like just trying to see the world.
Right.
But I guess COVID let me be the introvert I know I am, because
Yeah.
I could stay in and like no one tell me it was wrong. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I low
Right.
key enjoyed COVID a little bit because I could just it felt like wow, I could be here. And then like wow, all the
Yeah.
people that I like, they make me go outside to see. I could just talk to them from my home. Like it kind of COVID made a lot of this happen, like in a sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
like made it comfortable. Like
No, I feel that though,
yeah.
because yeah, I had that relief too where I was like, I think I was getting to be like an exhausted extrovert.
Mm,
And maybe it's cuz like I wasn't like as hard of one as I maybe thought I was.
yeah.
And it just felt like the sigh of relief. Like don't ain't nobody going to question why. Ain't nobody going to like
Mm,
wonder. I just get to be in
it's
peace.
100%.
But then COVID started to last a little bit too long. And I was like, I need to go outside.
See, that's why I fell into gaming again. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even miss it. Like I really and besides the fact of like I guess the being aware that I couldn't go outside was a problem with it. Like for me, like I
Yeah.
like the ability of being home, knowing if I could go outside if I want to. COVID kind of, I guess,
Mhm.
towards the end of it was like, damn, like if I wanted to, I still couldn't. So I feel you on that. Yeah,
Right.
but like I still didn't want to. Like I was still fine, like still being inside and stuff. Like
Yeah. Okay. Um, so you were streaming whenever you moved and everything. Like this like move from New York, right?
yeah, I had already been streaming what a year and some change after like
Okay.
I made a move. Yeah, moved from New York
Do
to
you
Houston.
feel like you moving not necessarily like changed, but like did it open up anything new? Like was there anything you felt like restricted by streaming
Oh,
before compared
100%.
to
Like
like
it changed the whole ball game. I didn't. So all right, let me see how I break this down. So I hated New York. I hate New York with a passion. This is without a
okay.
doubt. Like New York, like I love, like it's home. Like it's a piece of
Mhm.
me. I'm good. Like unless I'm a millionaire, there's no way I'm ever going
Love from a
back. Like yeah,
distance.
you know what I'm saying. So I hated being in New York. That's why I moved freaking as far as I possibly go to London because I just hated it so much. I felt
Yeah.
restricted. I love my mom's my best friend. Like if like people don't even like she on my screensaver. My mom Dukes is my best friend, right? So, but I was getting to the age of I lived in a whole other country with myself. When I came back home, I was like I don't like nothing that she was strict, but I just didn't. I like being by myself. I didn't want to be in my
Yeah.
mom's. So I'm saying certain things were streaming. I felt like restricted. Like I couldn't like. I got to be respectful. I'm in the crib. Like, and again, she let me do me and be me. Again, shout out to that woman. Like, but I
That we
still
all.
wanted to get like out, have my own space. Like I wanted to. The biggest thing was me, and I started working. I started working remote when I got my job, and I
Mm.
didn't like streaming in the same room I worked because I couldn't deconnect. Like I didn't
Mm.
like I would literally like, and even when I shut off my stream, my bed's right there. So I'm still thinking about things about stream, thinking about tomorrow for work. Like nothing could turn off. So that was probably the most daunting part about being at home is like everything's one where I work,
Yeah.
where I have fun, where I sleep. It was just all one space and I didn't like it. So when I moved to Houston, my goal was that fortunately it's a lot inexpensive here. And I knew that I could afford a 2 bedroom out here to start. And I just wanted to have my
Okay.
own content room. And that was my goal. Like,
Yeah.
and this is not where I first like I'm in the second place now. Like in my first place, I had a bigger space. Like it was a space that like really I feel like took off for me. Like so like moving was like a free like yo I can take over and I can do anything I want with content. I'm in my own space. I have a bigger space than the freaking bedroom I had before, and I could just you know what I'm saying just take this thing on a whole nother level. So it was a big like I feel like pivotal part for like content for me.
Right. Okay. Um, London keeps coming up and I didn't ask anything about it. What like caused that? Like what was that just like a part of life or like was there something that like, like life exploration or was there something that like really drew you there? Like how'd you get there? Was you going to school out there? Like what?
Big part of my life. I'd always had an obsession from London since I was younger.
Okay.
But like I never like again nobody from where I from goes to London. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to like vacations like Cancun or something. You don't nobody thinks about Europe.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to Europe. But I started getting into fashion when I was like 16, but like not like streetwear, like actually like dressing up in suits and European fashion kind of stuck out. And I used to have for some reason like a weird obsession with like Princess Diana. Just not like it's about like how like they like praised like the whole like hierarchy of like a prince of king like that just over there. I was like that's just so different from like us. So I always in my growing up loved it. Then my one of my best friends from college he went and studied abroad there my freshman year. Came back just like a whole nother version, just like seeing the world changing. Not like he changing it, but like growth. He was just like, bro,
Right.
you gotta
Change
go
is
out there.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, you gotta go out there, bro. Like you would love it. So I had him in the back of my mind. At the time I was a college athlete. I played football in college. So there was no aspirations of I can't leave. So even when I'm off season, I can't go abroad. Like I said, I got hurt sophomore year of college. And it kind of like career ending type thing. Took over a year, tried to go back to it. And when I got hurt again, my senior year, I knew I couldn't play senior season. So I was just like, yo, bro, it was like 2 weeks left to go apply abroad. And I'm like, yo, like it's something that I had the opportunity to do now. There's nothing stopping me. Or it's my junior year, apply it for my senior year. I just
Yeah.
applied and went out there, and then it was absolutely like I studied abroad there for 4 months. It was the most life changing thing. One of my closest cousins was also lived out there. Like I have family in the UK,
Okay.
so it was kind of like if I get to kind of like see a whole different life and kind of like experience everything I kind of like was growing up seeing in different parts. And when I went out there, I immediately found love, and I knew I wanted to go back out there. And then I had one more semester when I came back and graduated. I wanted to go out there, and the easiest way to get back in the country was schooling. I'll be completely honest. I
Mm.
had no aspiration to get no graduate degree. I just wanted to be back in
Yeah.
London. So I took that opportunity. And unfortunately, 6 weeks in is when COVID happened. So kind of like shut off the
Mm.
operations real quick. And I deferred and ended up coming back home. But yeah, it was a big part, like seeing
How
the
long
world.
did you end up being out there then?
Uh, 4 months the first time, 6 months. So it was like 10 months in total, which I was able
Okay.
to within 10 months, looking back and being able to be like how much I did in 10 months and half of it I was inside was incredible. Like going to Greece and Amsterdam and all up and down the UK, the amount of people I met, like from all over the world, or connections I still have. Like one of my best friends out there is from Thailand, and like we still have a relationship. He's in Thailand, and that was like my exposure to like that before even exposure of Twitch to like even meeting people from over the world. So it was life changing, like in so many
Right.
aspects. I would not be who I am without London. I still, someone gave me an opportunity, I'd move there tomorrow. I don't care. Leave.
Yeah.
Like it's something I've always wanted to do, and I felt like I got cut short because of COVID. So
Right.
yeah, like it
No,
was
but
like
whatever. Everything
everything.
happens for a reason.
Hundred
Cause like
percent.
that injury, like I
I
bet
literally
like
say that.
in the moment,
To this day, it still
that was
bothers
probably like
me.
world crumbling.
One
Like
hundred
it's like
percent. Like
you're like,
like
oh my
everything I work
gosh.
for, and then I always tell. I literally say like I say that exact thing. I'm like, yo, everything truly happens for a reason. Because if it wasn't even think about it now, if it wasn't for me getting hurt, I don't stream. It wasn't
Yeah.
until I was in London that even the idea of streaming came up.
Right.
If it wasn't for COVID, I don't think I would ever stream because I would have never came back home.
Yeah.
I had plans to be out there in London for 3 to 4 years, and at the time I was trying to get into the music business. I just had no aspirations of streaming and gaming. Like if it wasn't for COVID, I didn't even bring my PlayStation when I came out there. Like I literally had no
Yeah.
game. I didn't play games for like 2 years prior to that. If it wasn't for COVID shutting down, I
Okay.
had my mom ship out the PlayStation. And that's how I got back into it. So like
Yeah.
everything happens. Like me getting hurt is how I have a life now, which is insane to think about. I'm not gonna lie, they could like did a different way. I had to get hurt. They could have took something else away from me. But
Right.
but again, at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. I'm blessed for all of how it unfolded.
Yeah. I always say you gotta live life forward and you'll understand it backwards. Cause
That's a
sometimes we just
bar.
gotta navigate best we
Oh,
can.
I gotta steal that.
And
That's a bar. That's a bar. Hold on, that's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, because you gotta get the big picture, right? Like it's like you putting the puzzle together.
Mm,
Some people put their puzzle together starting on the outside pieces. Some people
mm.
start with like little pieces and put. You don't do that. You don't put the perimeter of the puzzle together
I ain't
first.
gonna lie to you. I'll be honest with you. I hadn't done a puzzle 10, 15 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't touched it. But my mom loves puzzles though, so I'm gonna hit her up and ask her. I'm intrigued now because she do
Yeah,
puzzles.
see, you
Like
gotta see
I'm
what
like,
type
yo,
of
what type of
puzzler your mom
what type
is.
of stuff? I ain't done a
Is
puzzle in
she
so
a
long.
perimeter person, or does she start putting little pieces together and then join them all
Shoot,
together?
I'll call.
Cause
I want to call her right now. I'm remember that after this, I'm gonna call her and figure out what it is. Like that's a bar though. A
yeah.
bar.
Okay, so I guess now going back to like streaming aspect. Stream today, what it is. Uh what because I always say to people who are trying to start streaming that it can be as simple or as complex if you as you want it to be. Like you can
100%.
literally get on streaming from your console, just simply doing that, like just literally having your game on. If you want, you can add a camera. If you want, you can get it going to a computer. Like, is would you call your streaming setup like complex or like
Hell yeah. Oh, I tell every single person, don't look at my streaming setup and think that's what streaming is. Don't. I'm a perfectionist. I want to have the best of the best. That's me. That's why I'm broke. So don't be
I'm
me.
broken happy, okay?
I don't even know if I'm
Kinda,
happy. I'm
maybe.
broke. I'm broke. And I thought it would make me happy when I'm broke. But I tell people all the time, absolutely not. Oh, my setup was a dream. It's not even where my dream is. Like I still want so
Yeah.
much improvements. I'm just broke. It would be better than this if I wasn't broke. But I definitely I tell everyone I have, and I'm not even lying with this. I have conversations on a weekly basis, like every week, and even Discord calls. People who just want to start streaming, and I'm so happy so many people want to like show their talent and like express their blessing to so many people. But I tell people you don't need nothing. Like one of my closest
Yeah.
friends who is a very established streamer, like partnered, like averaging hundreds of viewers and very prominent. He streams like I think my living room is and this from what you see in his is bigger than his bedroom, and he isn't streaming on a webcam. Before he was streaming on a PC that sounded like a PlayStation 4. It was just loud, you know what I'm saying? But like you don't need none of that to be you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm fortunate enough that people I love my setup. People enjoy the setup, but it's not me. I enjoy that people who watch me are here because of me. Don't matter what I'm doing. So I always tell people like it don't matter about the setup. Now it can be an extension. Like of course like I enjoy it and I put a lot of time into it, but it ain't at the end of the day, you strip all this from me and I'm fortunate enough I feel like I can still give you the same experience being in the stream. This is just an extension. But nah, like it can be as it should be as simple as it is. If this is something you want or strive for, it's because you're passionate, not because you think it's gonna make you a better streamer, because it really won't.
Right. That part, yeah, because it's sure like there might be like cool things to look at and people have their lights and their things, but at the end of the day, that's not gonna keep them. They're gonna see it and be like, okay, that was cool,
Yeah.
and like
Going to
go
the
on.
next,
It's
yeah.
about like
Who
the
you are. Yeah.
substance of what's in stream. Um, if you were talking, because you say you do have these conversations though, but like, what would you say are like we'll say three. Three's my number. I think three's your number.
Yeah.
No, that was somebody else. It
No,
is?
I just say three things I always say for them. I just think it's
Oh, okay.
standard. Like everybody hears like three things. Like, okay, I'm gonna listen more. I don't know. I don't know if that's a
Okay.
psychological thing, but yeah, we can rock with three. That's fine. Like,
um, what would you say are like three important things that like if somebody's gonna invest a little bit into like what should be the first three investments
talking about
of
like equipment
streaming?
wise, or like just in general.
Whatever you feel like would help somebody with streaming, like what should they invest into? And it doesn't have to be like financial investment. It can just be
No,
like the
yeah,
time, like
nah.
whatever.
Invest into yourself in a sense of like goal set, like vision what you want realistically, what you want your community to look like, what you want, like invest the time into like what this looks like for you, because at the end of the day you still want to have a base. You want to know what you bring to the table. At the end of the day I had to recognize this. It took me a long time that like you are somebody's form of entertainment, somebody's something. They're coming to watch you for
Mm,
something. So you got to invest in yourself, prepare for it, take it seriously, like make sure that this is something that like you're passionate about, because your passion will be shown. People will see that you care about it. I definitely like invest is the word that's kind of like throwing me off. I'm trying to figure out like, yo, what like investing, because I never thought about it. When you hear investing, you think about financial things, but I recognize
yeah.
none of the stuff I invested in financially, like I cared about when it comes to streaming. Like it just made
Yeah.
streaming easier.
Right.
Like it didn't. It's not making it. I guess if I did say a product, I definitely um you don't gotta invest in crazy, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always think this, and it's not one of my top three, but it's just some other thing. If you can get a camera, get a camera.
Uh-huh.
Because it really helps you create that dynamic of a person, like somebody's watching can feel you as a human being. And I know there's a lot of people who may not feel comfortable on camera. The internet's a scary place. I'm not telling you go
Yeah.
get a camera, but I recognize that like like if you don't have a camera and I'm just a voice, it's hard for you to make that emotional connection to want to come back and stay, unless they are just a brilliant personality through his camera. Like
Yeah.
that's what you are. You, and if you have that, that's what you have. But that doesn't have to be crazy webcam, nothing crazy like that, but something where people can see who you are and the facial expressions you make along with the funny
Yeah.
stuff you say. They can see when you're sad, upset, and be be empathetic about sympathetic or whatever you're going through. You can make so much like connections through just someone seeing who you are visually.
Yeah.
Um, and then I would say the last thing is invest in others,
Okay.
because I'm no one without the people that come. Like my biggest thing for me is the building communities. Is like I'm invested in who you are, because at the end of the day you come in here to see me, but I'm nothing if you're not here. So taking the
Yeah.
time to really ever view who you are, where you come from, what's our gonna be our connection. Because at the end of the day, I can just put up a stream if nobody watches. That doesn't mean anything. The people that I collaborate with, this car here's a connection. If I don't invest in you and invest time into this, there's none of this. There's no
Yeah.
you wanting me to be a part of something special, you even wanting to come connect with me. If I don't go invest in other streamers, there's no way in hell that they want to come support me or like want to be a part of anything I'm doing. Like I feel like it's takes an army to do anything. I mean, like a village to make anything special. It's the people that's in it or the people you meet along the journey. Like I 100% like that's probably my number one, investing in others, because even what I do content wise, like if I can inspire or spark somebody else's thing, that's you just making the world a better place. Like you know, many people like I feel like shoot, when my boy I was just talking about, like he literally started
Yeah.
streaming because of me. Like I helped build his PC. Like he said, like doing that, seeing somebody else chase their passion and be happy about it gives me satisfaction. I don't like I told you, I ain't got no aspirations to be. I don't care about nothing. Like I'm just happy at the people I get to spend the time with, and if I can make their lives better, if I can put a smile on their face, if I can give back something, like if all of this equipment I invested in can help somebody else with their life, then that was a great investment in me. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be straight. I'm still chasing what I want to do. But if I can
Right.
help the people around me grow in any capacity, then that was what the best thing was.
Right. No, what you said there, that like regardless of all the investment, like your passion that you put into it, that's so important, because that's how you end up like regret whenever people do things that it's not really what's feeding them. And then you get to a point later and you're like, oh, I spent all this time and I spent all this money and I did all this stuff. But it's like if you was with that and like you was for real, like invested into that, then it's just all a part of the growth. Like it's all a
100%.
part of the journey of it. It was for something,
Yeah,
even if it don't really seem like it was.
like you said, it's for something. It's fun. It's literally just like you said. I always say that. I say that probably too much. People probably hate me for it, but I always say everything's a part of the journey. Like it's ups and
Yeah,
downs, the good and the bad, everything. It's just
it
all a
is.
part of the journey, and you're gonna look back and be appreciative of every single thing that happened.
Right. Um, I don't know how you are, because I know sometimes I'm like a person, well, sometimes I overshare, but sometimes I be trying to keep things like to myself until it's like more at a stable space and everything. But like, what's the future for you? Like, even like near future, like 3 years future, whatever. Like, what is coming up
That's a
for
great
streaming?
question. I didn't even think I'd be here right now because if you would ask me a year if life would be where I'm at, I'd have looked at you like you stupid. So I have goals, but I don't set hard plans because like we've talked, like things kind of deviate off of that.
Yeah.
I do know for sure that like I have been able to kind of solidify the type of content I want to create, and I've for the last year been trialing an era off of Twitch, like just things I like creating. And I've kind of like now want to dive into that and start getting more serious in how I can better create and be a better creator. And I do know
Hmm.
the dream that 16-year-old version of me still wants to become a YouTuber is something that I
Yeah.
am getting closer to, as I'm getting things in order. So like 100%. And the number one thing that I've been wanting to do for freaking 4 years, which I'm so happy you've already started and you beat me to it, is my own podcast, which is something that I've been working on so many times, and I commend you because you did something that I've always had the opportunity I didn't, and you started it yourself. And I've always been trying to start it with somebody else, and it's very
Yeah.
hard to find somebody that's as passionate about you. I mean, passionate about the subject that you're working on as you
Yeah.
are, and that's been my struggle. Like it'll get it going and it'll fall off. I've had like 4 co-hosts in the last 8 months, and it's just fell off. So besides, it's gonna be a YouTube channel soon. It's 100% gonna be a podcast, and then I'm just
Yeah.
probably just gonna be hopefully a happier creator doing the things that I really want to do.
What? Yes, and whatever. This has been in the making
Yeah,
for I don't know how long, and I feel you, because I'm one of those types of people. Like I feel like maybe I need like a better connection with myself or something, but I'm a person where if somebody else is involved, shit's getting done. Like it's getting done now. It's getting done without question. It's gonna figure itself out. All like there's just a fire behind it,
yeah,
and I was trying to do that a lot. Like it was wanting somebody so bad to like be a
100%.
part of it with me, do it with me, like let's go. I need like to bounce off of, like all of that. And yeah, it don't work out. It does not work out.
It- yeah, they just and I recognize that. It's like, and I used to be like get frustrated, but I'm like, yo, they just not as they don't they're not a priority or as passionate about it as you. I'm the one who came up with this
Yeah.
idea, trying to find them. Like how like it wasn't something that's natural. And everybody's in so many different parts of their lives and phases and different
Yeah.
things. So you did something that like I literally got to like I don't know why. Like it seems to make sense. I like it. I should probably do it. But I literally just got told 3 weeks ago you should probably just do something by yourself. And
Yeah.
I never in 3 years, 4 years of wanting to do podcasts ever thought that was a possibility. I don't know why. It just never worked. And they said that. I was like, you can do that. Like, that's actually not a bad idea. And I'm so happy, like, seeing you now do it. And like, it's like, yeah, like it is more feasible. So appreciate you for inspiring me in a way, for doing something you wanted to do, and actually
Yeah.
making it happen. But yeah, definitely the podcast has been my passion. For I got a degree, and I didn't get my master's degree, but I definitely got a master's degree in Japanese. You feel me? So that's
Yeah.
I'm fine. You know what
I
I'm
go to
saying?
Japan
You
too.
feel me? You feel me? So I definitely, the podcast is something I'm super passionate about, and that's kind of where I'm gonna, like, the YouTube inspiration started from again, because I kind of now starting to formulate how that would look like. So that's probably going to be up soon, hopefully within the next 3 to 6 months, to be where I get all three of them in line. But I'm excited for
Yeah.
what's the next year.
Yeah, and whatever, yeah, do it, cuz at the end of the day, you're either going to find people who then like, like
Want to get up on,
gravitate
yeah,
to it and be a part of it or whatever, or you're just really going to find your space. Like you're
100%.
really going to like unlock all of those things that you didn't really anticipate and all the things you maybe didn't see before cuz you were like looking, they were in the peripheral the whole time.
No, you're speaking. That's facts right there. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, whatever. I'd be excited because I love being in your stream,
I
honestly.
appreciate
Like, you're
that.
somebody, I think it's just, I don't know what it is actually. Like, but you do, like, you're just like, you're interesting to listen to, even if you're playing the game, because I'm not a COD person at all.
I
But
don't know why I am. It doesn't make any sense. Hate that game, but yeah, I appreciate it.
even whenever you be playing and you be mad, I'd be mad with you. I'd be like, oh my God,
Get that
I don't
now.
even know what's going on, but oh my God.
I be passionate about the wrong things. I got so much passion for that, for everything. But yeah, nah, 100%. I truly appreciate that. Like, yeah, I need to leave that game alone. It gives me anxiety.
No, but you're a great streamer.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
I had said before the first time I had raided over, I was like, listen, like, cause no matter it seems like how quick your chat's moving, how much is going on, you are like a very attentive streamer.
I
And
try to
like
be.
I've noticed that you respond to things. You're like, and it's not even just like, cause I've seen some people where they respond, but it's just a response. It's just like a quick like, okay, got it. Like check that comment off, check that off, check that off. Like it whenever you're responding to things and you're interacting with people, like it doesn't feel like a checklist. Like you're there and like people can definitely like see and feel that. And
I
like
appreciate that. That's just that's the goal. So like I said, like, this not my stream, it's our stream. Like, I want the people to, be like they're heard. And I always feel like that thing you said, like a checklist. I feel like there's always like a disconnection. Like, I'm the streamer, you're
yeah.
a viewer, and I never want that to be the case. Like, yeah, you don't have a camera on a mic, but what you say will be heard. And again, like I always said in the beginning, like, I'm nothing without the people that's in my chat. So if you're there typing, I'm there responding. That's just what it
Yeah.
is. No need for me to stream if I'm not going to talk to the people that's in the stream. Like,
Yeah. No, it definitely comes off and you do great with that.
thank you so much.
Um I don't really know if I have anything else. Is there anything else that like you feel with streaming that should be touched on that like anybody who's maybe interested in streaming, maybe some of the uglies of streaming, like
Um, I guess I got one thing is,
mm-hmm.
whatever. I just had this conversation. Just make sure you're having fun with it. And that could be the uglies of it too. I feel like so many people get caught up in, like, there's so many different things that could happen with streaming. Like, there's so many things that people don't know. It's not just turn on the camera and make sure your OBS or Streamlabs can go live. It's so many other intricacies, but have fun doing what you're doing, because when you started and you were just doing it because it was fun. The people that said, like, that's the one thing I've lost sometimes throughout this journey, is that I get caught up, like I said, being caught up in numbers and like having people in your ear telling you certain things, or you having a perception of what you want to be and you might have to, pivot. I always remind people, like, this is not a job. This is, what I'm saying? This is something you
Yeah.
have fun that can be something, a career, if you, have the right timing and the right passion with it. But like, have fun at the end of the day. Like, don't let it stress you out. If it's a bad day or it's a bad stream, have a better stream the next time. And if it's an amazing
Right.
stream, figure out what's great about it and try to replicate it. Like, have fun, get to remember what the roots is, and always remember your why. Like, why are you doing it? If it's to
Yeah.
connect, make sure that's the sole purpose of why you're doing it. If it's just to share a love, a passion for gaming, have the most fun while gaming. Don't let it stress you out too much. So that'll be the only form of advice I have to anybody who's thinking about this. Never lose your why and have fun. Because
Yeah.
when you start making this a business or a job, you will quickly see this is not. It's not fun no more. Yeah,
Right. It's definitely way more of a job than going and sitting at a
yeah,
desk and
yes,
doing that. At least you know what you're doing.
100%,
You get told what you're doing. It's all right there. You gotta build your pieces. Not only
one
you gotta build
hundred.
it, but you gotta build the pieces to put it together.
And it's
So
not hard. It's not like there's somebody here that can help you. There's no promotions. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you really got to work for you. If something's not working, you have to be the one to figure out why or implement something else or figure out or do the extra thing. So it's the one thing. It's hard work. And it's not like you ain't no 9 to 5 job. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like I always tell people, like, and you don't have to do it, but like, you may get a raid that like may extend a little bit more in what you was talking about, but that's a possibility for you to meet new people and grow and learn something and learn. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know who can
Yeah.
pop in your chat at any time. So like you got to be flexible. It can happen at any moment. If you're somebody, I always encourage people. Now this is one thing I will encourage. I ain't going. This guy could do TED talk on this one, but I'm not gonna do this. But if you are a streamer or somebody, understand that Twitch unfortunately isn't the best way to grow on Twitch, which is something that makes no sense. But please try to be as active as across many social media platforms because it will benefit you in the long run. Um, so like, yeah, I grew more off of stream than I ever grew when I was streaming. So like, and I can go into that if that's that's could be a whole nother conversation. But yeah, like that's
But
probably
whatever, it's the
yeah,
truth. A lot of
it's
people that come onto Twitch, they're coming on for who they're coming on for.
yes,
So like it is hard to get people like out of their habits a little
100%.
bit,
It's like you're trying to steal
especially if
somebody
they're
from
not
another
even
home.
looking
Yeah.
to be out of them.
Yeah. So definitely try to grow uh off stream. You can stream for 10 hours and not be a viewer in there because Twitch's algorithm isn't promoting your stream. So definitely try different ways of getting people to your stream off of Twitch. That would probably like the I guess a form of advice.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, my number one thing is have fun. Have fun and
Yeah.
know your why.
No, and you saying the know your why. I have this other saying that I say, and I've never really applied it to this, but I guess it kind of does. I always say like, don't cry it out, why it out.
Mm,
And I feel like, yeah, like your why is so important. Like
yeah.
the why of like we're doing things like 'cause usually I apply it to whenever we're having like our own life issues, and it's always like, oh, like, and it's all the things you want to cry about, but it's like, why are those things issues? Like,
Mm.
where do those things
You
like,
like to
oh, this
unpack.
triggers me?
Okay.
Why? Why does
Yeah.
that trigger me? Like, oh, okay, it triggered me because of that. Why is that still with me? Like, why? The why is super important.
100%. And you can get lost in so much and not even
Yes.
question it or even recognize it. So
Yes.
yeah, that's definitely
Okay, no, I feel like this was so successful. I do feel like there are certain things where like there's so many like little side conversations and everything. So like I definitely would love to have you back,
I
like ever
appreciate
just
that.
for like a yap and
Hey,
ye
look,
sesh.
I'm with it. I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is see what I low key do for a living, just talking. So I have no problem with coming on a conversation. I appreciate you so much for even making it engaging, asking the questions, and just being a vibe and making a space comfortable to talk. So thank you so much to you. Appreciate you for again me being a part of this. The first one is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just a regular black ball dude, just here living life, and you just wanted me to, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for allowing me to be in your space.
Yes, of
Thank you.
course. I feel like you are a great person to have on because
Thank you.
like one you also just create very like comfortable places and
Thank you.
like it's easy to talk to you. Regardless, I don't know because I know that sometimes I be fronting on the stuff that I know, but like regardless of if you know or not, like the conversation always feels like you do. So it's
Shoot.
like,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I be friends sometimes. I'm joking. I'm joking now.
yeah.
I'm joking. Now. I try. It'd be cool. I try to like be alert and be attentive. But I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No. It made me think this is like completely just like off. I guess we're like done now, but there's this game show and you can literally win the game show by getting everything wrong as long as you just make the people who are like judging think that you're right. Like you win based off of like they say like, oh no, I think like it's cap, like that's cap, like you're
Um,
lying. And then like if they all say cat but you're right, you still like go on. But if they all like say cat but you're wrong, you're done. So
Okay,
like you
that's
could be
actually dope.
completely wrong.
Shoot, that would be very good at that game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, that's a fire game. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's tough. That's tough.
I need
Yeah.
to find the name of it because it's been a little while since I've seen it, but I used to be like locked in like because I love like reading people. Like
Mm.
I just love people, like the study of people. And like yeah, they would start getting into like they'd be like, I think that's your tell because you've been doing that a lot,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say you're lying.
Nah, that's the one thing that I try not to do is read people. Cause
Oh, I can't help it.
and I try I like I don't know. You know what it is? It's gonna sound bad, but like I'm truly not gonna like I what's it's gonna sound way worse than what I
Bullshit.
mean.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new. Sorry.
I don't I don't really care what a lot of people do in their life. You know, I feel like too many people. That's just, it's gonna sound crazy. Like I don't care. Like no, I care about people, but like I feel like too many people are invested in other people's lives, and
Mm-hmm.
I really, when I'm telling you, I pride myself on minding my damn business. So, like, yo, I don't even look too far. Like, if it's off the surface, it don't seem right. I don't really care if it's right or wrong. If it don't really affect me, I'm like, well, if you want to live in a lie, you want to live in a lie. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? What you do in
Yeah.
your life, as long as you're safe and you're not endangering nobody else. If you want to be a liar, you just be a liar. You gonna do what you want to do. So that's just me. I don't really care about what nobody like. As long as you ain't endangering nobody, hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Hurting yourself. How you ever will live your life, what you say, what you do. I don't care. I don't
Right.
care about famous people. I don't care about the internet. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
social, if it wasn't for my job being social media, I wouldn't be on social media. Everybody go live their life the way they want to live. I don't care, lie or not.
Yeah.
Go do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even be reading
No.
people because I just don't care to read. I can be look. I'm
See,
dyslexic. I can't even read myself. You think
ah,
I wanna? You think I wanna read you? I can't even read words. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm good.
see, I think mine just comes from like an interest of
Mm,
people. I don't
okay.
know. I might possibly be on the spectrum, and I've learned that like I mask a lot.
Mm,
And I think that's where it like maybe originates from. Cause like I like to see how people interact and like so that I know what to do in
mm.
situations and stuff. But then like as I've aged, it's even just really turned into I just wonder why do you do what you do? Like I'd be
No,
like
that's a
trying to
real
see
real
like
thing. Yeah.
yeah, like I'd be trying to see like why like just I don't know, it's just like some type of like general interest of like how somebody's gonna react or respond or like into like body language and stuff. Like I don't know where it actually like comes
See,
from or what I get out of it,
I
but
understand that because I'm extremely observant when I
yeah. Yeah, I guess
like
okay, maybe not reading. I like to
yeah,
observe
I'm
people.
very
I think that's a
observant
better
and I can see a repetition of stuff.
yeah,
Um,
patterns.
but like I guess that's only for the people I truly care about. So you know what I'm saying? Like for
Mhm.
example, like the average person I know I may not ever see again. I may just observe something out, it's just gone. Like I try to like pay
Mhm.
attention more than that, but like nah, I'm extremely observant. Like I have mannerisms. If you do a little neck twitch or something, I'll
Yeah.
peep that. And if you do it every time at this third hour or something like that, I'm gonna notice that. You know what I'm saying? But like, like I'm understand that, and I'm like, all right, that's the fourth time he did it in 12. I'm gonna get it, but yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. But like, I definitely know, you know, you could call somebody bullshit. It's like I just ignore it. I don't even want to. I don't need to address it and nothing like that. Like it
Yeah.
is what it is. But I'm very
No, most
observant.
definitely.
Yeah.
You'll spend a lot of energy that we don't have if you're worried about
Somebody
people
else.
and
Yeah.
what's
My
and
life ain't even in
whys
order.
and
I'm worried about your life. I
yeah.
gotta get my stuff in order. Like,
Not at
like
all. I'm slowly just like submitting. I'm just trying to
yeah.
let it rock however it's about to rock cause I
Well, I let it
clearly
rock. I need to get some
don't got the
control.
drum for the rhythm.
See, I gotta find a rhythm because I'm over here was letting it rock and things rock too far left. You know what I'm saying? So I need to make sure I get back to the drums and I need to make my own
Right.
music. All right, so I was running that way. I was like, I would let life go, and life went. Life went. It
Yeah.
really went. So look. I understand some people like are over managers and stuff like that, and I was an
Yeah.
under management. I got to get back into managing and get in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a
It
little
is
too
about
feasible. Yeah,
balance.
it's 100%.
Because I definitely was kind of on that other end where like I tried to manage everything and like tried to, oh my gosh, like this and this and this and this time and this time. Like that was the first thing that made me realize trying to make schedules. and trying to like set, I learned that I need to make blocks. Like
That's real stuff.
in like a morning time, there's maybe like this or these couple of things that I'm trying to get done. Or like in the block of the week, I'm trying to somewhere wherever it fits in. Like I have to like I always compare it to like a farm, and they
Okay.
have like free range
Okay.
cows,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's like their fence is so
So big.
big they don't
Yeah.
even know that they're captivated.
100%.
But like,
Oh. You been
you
dropping
know,
a lot
like
of bars. You got some clips, shorty. This need to get to the world. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You said farm. I said, I don't know where she going with this, but I'm like, listen, like, but that's tough. That was tough.
well, I'm telling you, that's what I
Ah,
need to be. Like, I need to
be
be
a
within a
cow.
fence that I just don't even see. So like
Yeah.
that I feel like I'm free. I'm doing what I want. I'm not even worried about going to explore
Yeah.
to see where that there is a fence. Like I'm chilling where I'm at.
Be a cow.
And
That's my new saying. Go
be,
be a cow.
Alexa, play Doja Cat.
Yo, facts. That's my new thing. Yo, go be a cow. Be free in your wide range of not free, but you be. I like that. You probably said it better, but that's gonna be the way I interpreted it. You know what I'm saying? Be a cow. That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna know. We
You have
only
to
gonna
see
know.
cow print.
Facts. You know, I'm about to make a whole thing stickers and just be a cow. They're not gonna know what it is, but we gonna know. Everybody else here gonna know this. Be a cow.
Everybody's like, yeah, I'm a cow.
Yeah, I'm a cow. Move. I'm a cow. Like I'm about to say, yeah, I'm about to go stream tonight. I'm like, yo, chat. I found out something. I'm gonna be a cow more often. Nobody gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. Trust me.
No, that's definitely, I don't know. It's
Like
definitely
it.
the best for me, 100%. This was so good. I
No, I
like low key
appreciate it.
don't want to stop talking.
Hey, you can keep talking. Look, I ain't got. It's 3. It's early for me. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about anything else, I'm
I
here.
was kind of thinking about that. I was like, he streams so late. Like I was like, what if his day don't start until like
You don't even know when I go.
later?
I didn't go to sleep till like 7 in the morning.
Damn.
But that
That
wasn't the
was low
plan.
key me, especially
Yeah.
because I had one at 12, but it like they're sick, it got canceled and everything. But see, everything happens for a reason, because I'm not gonna lie, like this, I enjoyed this being the first
I
one because
appreciate that.
it did just like flow really well. It like felt, I don't know. I get in my head. I be in my head.
Nah,
But
trust me. Same with me.
I was up last night, and after I got off stream, because like I stayed on a little bit later, and I was like, I need to go to sleep. I was like, I can't go to sleep. I was just awake. Like I like started to think about things, but I was like, no, don't think about things. Just like
Let it
wait
go.
till
Yeah.
tomorrow. And
Nah, trust
I'm
me.
like, it is tomorrow.
I wasn't even. I thought about it. So what almost messed me up. I knew it was at 2, but
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was 2 Eastern or 2
Mm,
my time. And I'm like,
yeah.
so it hit me. I'm like, oh, I got time. I looked at the time. And then what messed me up is I had a raid when I was about to get off. I couldn't
Yeah.
get off, so I had to stay like an extra 30 minutes. And it just smacked me. I said, I looked at the message. I said, 2 what? I was like, oh, that's 1 my time. I said, it was time. Vice versa. It was like either 2 or 1 at a time. It was an hour earlier than I expected. I said, I got to get off.
Yeah.
I'm tweaking. Like, I'm acting like, yeah, nah, trust me. I had let it. I'm like, we chilling. We got time. Yeah, nah, I ain't. And then I still had to go freaking record something like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, record something. I had to
But you be doing it. And like
trying. I
I know that
appreciate
there's
it.
the noise suppressant, so you
Nah,
don't
it's
hear
all
my
good.
claps,
But
but
I appreciate it. I heard it. I heard it up here. It's all good.
guys, whatever. I commend you on that, because after following you and stuff and seeing like you for real be on the content
I
shit.
appreciate
Like,
it. I tried.
and kudos to you, because I suck bad even just like like staging things, like like being ready to, that's what I love about live. You just get to be and do, and it's just there, and you don't
100%.
gotta think about it for real, for real. But like content, I be struggling in that aspect of
It's
starting it.
and it's actually crazy you said that because I get it because more people who I met are streamers, so like live is more natural for them. But like
Yeah.
it's extremely hard, but once you start going with content, it's so much more freedom because you have the ability to
Yeah.
like edit and cut and like I don't think anybody wants to ever see behind the scenes of how long it takes me to say one damn line and all the cuts it
Whatever.
takes. And
Yeah,
like
post them bloopers.
trust me, the bloopers would be a whole YouTube video, just how many times. And, like I would really be like, so I love the ability of like like that aspect of it, and kind of like you can, like, you know what I'm saying, I could say one line 3 different ways and go back and see which
Right.
one was the best part of it. But it's hard to start, like it's different when you're talking live and there's people responding back to you, and but
Yeah.
like sitting in front of a camera that's an inanimate object that doesn't talk back to you, and then you have to kind of like put on a persona is kind of difficult. And then
Yeah.
I feel like, as much as even what I do so much because I lack creativity, to like
You said
make.
you lack
So
creativity?
listen. Yes, I lack creativity in this regards. This is
Okay,
why I
I'll
feel
let you
like,
speak.
because I do so many different things, because I
Yeah.
don't know if I can make one thing sustain so long. So
Why can't the sustainable thing be the different things? Why you gotta
no, that's cool in the sense of that. But I'm talking about, like, for example, like you give me one thing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think if I can do one thing for 365 days, because I don't know if I
Yeah.
can think. But no, I know some people, like, for example, like we're create. I got lucky, and I always say lucky, and I'm still trying. Like, I got lucky, and I'm finding this way out now. Cause I got lucky with just a viral video that put a bunch of followers in my face, and but it really wasn't like what I what I got viral off of wasn't what I was trying to do. So
Yeah.
now I'm kind of like, yo, I got a bunch of followers, and I'm trying to like kind of like, it's a weird transition where it's like, yo,
Yeah.
you kind of follow me up as one thing, and I'm trying to do this other thing, and like Instagram's like, yo, bro, I know you for this other thing. Like, why are you trying to do this other
Yeah.
thing? So like right now, viewership and engagement is all over the place. I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, what I like to do, because what I got
Mhm.
viral off was just kind of a mistake. It was just something I was doing,
Yeah.
and then just bam, you liked it. I'm like, I didn't know you was gonna like it. Um, but like with that, it's kind of like one, people tell you whenever you do content to stick in one lane. Even right now, I'm having a
Yeah.
struggle with streaming because, again, like I don't like to talk about it, but like the partner push and all this other stuff that people are putting in my ear because I don't give a flying you know what, but everybody else
Yeah.
wants me to push it because they see it and they want it. It'll be great for me and all that stuff. I don't really care. But like even then, most people tell you got to stick with one thing. Like if you want to
Mhm.
grow with the algorithms, you need to do one thing so the algorithm can identify you and push your content out. And I've always struggled because I'm like, yo, I'm not one thing. Like I like
Mhm.
Monday I like this, Wednesday I like this, I like doing that.
Mhm.
So I've been
Shoot, in the
struggling.
morning I
Yeah.
liked this, and in
Yeah, you
night
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
over it.
So that's my biggest struggle for me, because I was like, yo, it's cool because I feel like I could probably find one out of the 17 different things I like and then stick with it. But my brain doesn't think of like, how can I make this one thing and chop it up to 15 different things and do for a
Yeah.
long period of time? That's why I feel like my lack of creativity is. I feel like I got some creativity, I have the idea and thought, and then once I get to the block, that wall, there ain't nothing else on the other side of that wall. Like I reach
Yeah.
like I feel like some other people's walls is so much farther. Like they can take an idea and
But
stretch it. Like
how many of them walls do they got? Like,
I get, but I
like
wouldn't call that
the
creativity. I call that versatility. I think I'm more
okay.
versatile than creative.
But I think with versatility comes creativity, kind of, cuz
I'm
like
gonna disagree. Then I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never thought about it like that. So I just think in different
yeah.
ways. Like I just
Maybe it's me defending myself cuz I relate so hard to what you just said. I'd be like, "You know what? Fuck the niche.
yeah.
I'm the niche."
And that's what I'm going through right now, where I'm on this like stance of like, nah, I don't care. I'm gonna do it because I like it. And goes
Yeah.
back to like tying in with like my overall thing with content. It's not just with streaming. Like I don't care about numbers anymore. But it's
Yeah.
very, very annoying because numbers are what make you get further in your career. So
Yeah,
like,
you have to some extent care about them.
because for me in a monetization side, because I found out my passion, this is what I want to do, and unfortunately, to survive in this world, you need fucking money, and I hate it
Yeah.
because I don't do anything I do for money. It's not a single
Yeah.
thing. I don't stream for subs. I don't stream for biddies and donations. The extension of that people want to provide it. You don't understand. It took me 3 years. I've been streaming for 3 years to get comfortable with somebody giving me a sub. Like I used to
Yeah.
get uncomfortable because you're giving me money. I'm just doing this because I like it. I like you and I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like even now, like finding a living and trying to make this a living is like you have to worry about numbers to an extent to get to that point. Like even with this partner pitch, it's
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, you have to average a certain amount. You can't just like you have to be more strategic about it. And I don't like it. And that's probably another reason
Yeah.
why I'm so like so against it. And like but this all like grown, it's like, yo, like yeah, like you want to grow on Instagram, you probably need to stick with one thing or two things and get really, really good at that. And I'm like, yo, bro, like 17 different things. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's a weird domain. I don't like content. I wish I would have picked a different lane, but I also love content and I'm happy I'm in this lane. It's one of those things. Like
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. Yeah, I won't be like devil's advocate the whole time because I do get Because even still with me, like maybe that's why I haven't like invested into social media so much, is because like I just feel like I can't. Like I'm like I literally cannot, because I love painting, right? But I could not sit there and paint every
Yeah,
day
yeah.
and just only do that. And like I don't want to speak bad on anybody who can just do one thing forever, because like everybody has their own,
And some people
you
really
know.
love it to the point that it's what they want to do every day. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, even for me, like, there's only one thing I really feel like I could do every day, and it's crazy, and because I avoid it so much, but it's Call of Duty. I actually really love Call of Duty, and I know,
You see,
yeah.
you that's why you cut your hair, because you was gonna be pulling it out.
Yeah. Oh, facts. That's why my hairline continued to fade back in the Call of Duty because I ain't got nothing to pull out. It's just like, bro, we're just gonna help you out. You know, like, oh, but like I always say that, like, it's so funny because like there's people I know who've been the whole time 3 years. They play Call of Duty every single day, and people be
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you do that. I'm like, yo, I try to cap like nah. I'm like every day. At one point, like I choose not to play Call of Duty. I actually
Yeah.
love it, or like, and that's why the new venture out thing that I'm trying to test with like the podcast and what it is something that I
Mhm.
feel like I do every day, and it's something with music related that people don't know my passion for music, unless you like in my stream all the time and know me personally. Like so, like
Yeah.
I kind of did a test trial thing on like this music thing I do on Saturdays on my Instagram to kind of gauge it, but like that's probably the closest thing that I can see myself not ever getting tired of and doing at a consistent rate, and I'm kind of like funneling into that and like trying to make at least YouTube be that one thing and that one thing only, and testing it out to
Yeah.
see if that's something I can do every day and like it, and, and then like maybe keep Instagram where it's just a conglomerate of a clusterfuck of other things, and
Right.
Twitch being some. So, and I'm right now in a weird part of Twitch of like, what the hell do I do? I got known for so many different things. Like, I don't know if you even knew that I used to do like host game shows, and
Oh,
it
no, I
was a
didn't.
huge growing factor and a lot of connection. I used to host Family Feuds every Sunday. I did it for a whole year
Oh,
and a
okay.
half. And I just took a 2 month, 3 month break. I'm bringing it back in September. But I used to do that. I started doing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And that's kind of like,
Oh, that was my shit.
and it was lit because it was a great networking way. I met so many people through it. Like some of my friends now through this is like makes no sense. Like
Hmm.
it's the people I've had in it, and then the clips that I've made and how it's helped grow my social media, having some clips go viral for that. So like, but it's like cool. Like I don't want to just be known as like the game show guy. You feel me? Like, and
Yeah.
I just never wanted to be known as the COD guy. And then like, like it's kind of hard just to build a whole thing just being the yapping guy. So I'm just kind of in a whole different like so many different things. And I started just doing party games, and then like it's like I like so much shit. Like I don't.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So that's probably the
Whatever.
most hardest thing about content right now.
Yeah. No, I do get it, because I'd be on the side of like, just do whatever your thing is. And again, like I said, that might be me defending me, but I do get that like social media is not set up for that success. And that does suck. But at the same time, like trends and stuff go, like the algorithm's gonna change.
100%.
And that's why I also feel like the versatility, the variety is so important, because what are all of these people going to do whenever these things aren't the algorithm no more? Like what are they going to do whenever people, you have a whole, this is just like literally the only thing I can think of for some odd reason, but I watch like cleaning videos on TikTok
That's
sometimes,
soothing.
and it's like, what you going to do whenever don't nobody care
Yeah.
no more? Like they don't want to watch that, and you have 3 years of videos that people used to go and just go through and watch and watch and watch, and now they don't even finish 3 seconds into one, because it's like old now. Like they go to the next thing.
But I feel like it's everything. Like I feel like if I even get to, and I don't know what that looks like when you ask me, 'cause I have no idea. Like I have no aspirations to be Kai's and that, or like what I'm saying. I don't even
Yeah.
like when people. It's crazy because like what people asked me 2 years ago what I would want to be, I'm like closer to like what it was when I said. At first I was like, yo, I don't want to be. I don't never want to be famous. Um, I'd rather be. I don't want to be stupid rich where I can afford 17 jets. I just want to make sure I'm in a financially stable part where, like my big part of me is family and that part of my life and like growing that. Uh, when like that time comes, like I haven't started that process, but that's my main goal, just having enough that me and my people is just straight. And then like I would cool be like known in a niche. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I'm
Yeah.
like I wouldn't want to be like I don't want to have a million followers. I don't want to. Like what I'm saying? I'd be cool with like 80K or like, what I'm saying? Like I even said at one point 50K and like closer to that now. And I'm like, oh snap, that's kind of like not what I thought it would look like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
but like I kind of want like a little more to like be more stable and stuff like that. But like it's kind of weird of like I don't know what the future is, but I feel like even when you get there, you're not there forever. I
Yeah.
feel like with
Right, because life keeps going.
yeah, and even like I if you're a social media influencer, I don't think you have a long career. Like the biggest people we think about that are actually like public figures. They're either music artists or actors, where they're constantly changing who they are or bringing something new. As social media content
Right.
creators, I don't see ourselves being here forever. I don't see like it's so new. I never, can say that. But there's so many people who was like, think about it right now. Like if you were popping on Vine, everyone that was on Vine is not the same focus that they were back then. When you were, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like if something happened to TikTok, which is not happening, but like all your TikTok creators, they're not gonna like your top TikTok creators may not be relevant in 3 years from now, 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Your favorite streamer that was popping in 2021 is probably irrelevant now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we have our times, and when you're at your top, live it up and find ways to sustain it and be smart about your money and all that stuff. Because I don't like if I get
Yeah.
to a crazy height and I just get stupid lucky because that wasn't what my goal was to get there, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll enjoy when I'm there and make sure I have enough pieces established that if I do have a fall off or a come down, which it all happens, I'll be straight.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know for me, I don't like unless you do something that is so revolutionary and it continues to be that. Like for example, a podcast, you can be a Joe Rogan and be on for years because of you interviewing people and you could be relevant. But like for example,
Yeah.
if you just had a solo podcast with just you talking, some people might get tired of hearing you talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
may be popping for a year or two. You have to do
Yeah.
something that like if you are a music artist, like it's simple. Like you make another album, you can be relevant again. I can be in another
Yeah.
movie. Like I don't know. Consecration is a whole different thing that I don't think you're meant to be on top forever.
Well, you know what? I think you're gonna do it because I think whenever you
Appreciate it.
tune in to your little variety, versatility, and you just allow yourself to be that and don't lock in so hard on at least trying to find one focus. And whatever lifestyle, like just the way you talk about life and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I got lost in your reels a little bit
Appreciate that.
watching
I appreciate that
you
energy.
talking about your little things and just like your little game drops and everything. Like I just think you need to like lean into that. Like you have a very good outlook on life, and it's like it's not to say that it's unfortunate on your end. It's just like unfortunate that's not a thing that a lot of people in life have. Like a lot of people in life are very like through their glasses, and the worst part is that half the time them glasses was handed down from their mom or their dad or
Mm,
like their pappy or something. Like
facts.
people need to like get their own looks and their own thoughts and their own like they need to drive their car through their life. And
You're not
I don't
lying.
know. I think you're sitting on a gold mine. I think maybe
I
you're
appreciate it.
just a little
Look,
too.
I whatever my thoughts are doesn't change the work ethic at the end of the day. Like for example,
Yeah.
even when I try to tell people like if it's a bad day, I'm still working. I may be sad,
Yeah.
like current things like with my last couple of months of life has been rough, but as you see, like I'm gonna still post. Like
Mhm.
like even on my bad days, I'm gonna still stream. I just be transparent about what may I go be dealing with. So even my outlooks right now, like I don't if I don't even think that I'm gonna be something big, I'm gonna still post because I've already started something. And like for me,
Yeah.
like if I've already established and proven to myself that I can post every day. I've proven to myself that I can do many different things. Why the hell am I gonna stop? So I appreciate you for that. Like I don't even think I literally when I'm telling you, I used to be one of the person who I ask you a question. Are you a
Okay.
person that gets thinks about the past, present, or future the most?
As an anxiously depressed person, I look a little bit too far back and forward.
Okay.
I be
Okay.
trying to ground myself in the now, honestly. Like
Okay.
I get anxious about what's to come and trying to be prepared for it all. And then I get upset about maybe some things that didn't go the way that I wanted them to, or like holding on to things a little bit too much, or allowing like certain things to limit me. And that like I've really been trying real hard to hone in on now and like what can I do now? Because I can't do nothing about that back
Mm-hmm.
there. And I can attempt to start some stuff for that up there, but I can't get too lost in that because then I'm not focused on getting to that. So like, yeah, I be trying real hard. I call myself a median type of person. You're
Okay.
never gonna get just a one type of answer from me.
Got you.
I'm always gonna give you
Got you.
like
All right, you're giving me an overview.
everything.
All right.
Yeah, but like I try real like I'm trying really hard to live more in right now and like set myself up and allow myself to uh forgive, right? Forgiveness is for us. It's not for like who or what
Whoever,
we're
yeah.
forgiving. So like I try to forgive whatever my past is and things that I try to learn from it. Like allow it to be for something rather than just like something that happened to me or whatever.
No, that's real stuff. Because the reason why I asked you that is because I used to be someone identical to you, like stuck in the past, like especially when like I hurt, like football wise. I just couldn't get over the fact that like, yo, I got hurt for
Yeah.
something I worked so hard for. I was stuck for years, and even when I was in London, I'm over here watching our games on TV. Like, yo, like bro, like I could be, I was stuck. And then like when things started picking up, I'm thinking about the future. I'm like, yo, I'm doing all this stuff. I can't wait to get to where I want to be. And then life humbled me in so many different ways, and I'm telling you, in the last 4 months, I can truly say I'm in the presence, like, and so much, and like to the point where it's kind of bad because it's like, yo, bro, you ain't got no optimism. Like, I'm so like real, like what's going on now. And
Yeah.
when you even ask me like what the future looks like, I recognize I have not even thought about what the future like in months of like what
Yeah.
the hell like it could be because I didn't even expect to be here now. And
Yeah.
I'm so my goal every time I wake up is what I gotta do for today. I don't even think about tomorrow, like unless I have something planned for the next day, like a stream wise. But like other than that, like I don't like when you say I'm sitting on a gold
Mhm.
mine, I don't even look at it like that. I'm just like sitting
Yeah.
on like it's not gold right now, so whatever's in my hand right now is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's what I like about like I could be manifesting, but my mindset right now is like I got this, all these materials in front of me. I'm just gonna work with it today, and like if it builds to something, I don't know what the hell it's gonna be. And maybe it's because
Yeah.
maybe unpacking it. Maybe I just don't want to have any more disappointment, so I'm not trying to hype it up too much. Oh, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I just that's where I'm kind of at right now with everything, and I kind of like it because like I don't. I saw a quote last week that was insane. I wish I would have found years ago, but it was like try not to like stress yourself out about like the future because then you're gonna go through it twice.
Mm.
And I was like, that's some real shit because it was like you stressed and anticipating, and when you actually go through it, you have to go through an experience again. So it's like you just was stressing about something, and it probably is gonna be different. It's gonna be a whole different experience. So you just stressed over two experiences
Right.
that, and one didn't even happen. Like so, that was one thing that like calmed my agent about. I don't. It is whatever happens happens, and then I don't stress about the past no more because well, ain't shit I could change about it no more. So, but
Right.
yeah. So that's. It is it's a weird thing, and I ask a lot of people because it's like it kind of tells a lot about the person. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No, you saying that made me think standards over expectation because right expectation gives you like something to kind of like you feel like you didn't reach, like it
yeah.
feels like you're at a loss of something, but like definitely having standards of like what you want in your life, what you're working for, like what the main goal of everything is. um
That's how I got humbled because I had the expectation that I am not where it's at now. So like that's why I adjusted my life right now to like, all right, cool, this is what it is, and we're just gonna be where we are.
right. And it's important to remember, maybe not even necessarily like for you, but like just for whoever ends up listening, that it's important to remember that not only do we all go through things differently and there's different things for us, but like there's different things for us in different stages of life.
Mm-hmm.
So like at some point how you say like you were saying that you were focused on the past and all the like what could have beens and how they went and all of the derailments and everything, and then like right now in life you're just like focused on like now and you're not even like thinking to the future. Like it's not that there's anything wrong with that because right now that's what you need. Like you need to like counteract that balance of you always looking back or whatever, and like maybe just like feeling stresses of life and stuff and needing to counteract the balance of being too trying to, like there's no point in setting yourself up to feel like there's been failure,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like a lot of times it's not even failure, it's just that we feel like it was because we were like so set on how we were thinking about it and everything. Like it's just important to figure out our own recipe, like how like right now my importance is living in now. Somebody else might not ever think towards the future and they're just like living wildly and crazily and not thinking about the impacts of their life and everything. So
Yeah, I know
like
his name is. That's my cousin.
he got a name.
As soon as you said that, that's the first person I said. I know who that is. Yeah, like nah, 100%. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
it's all
Yeah,
you gotta balance the scales of life. You
literally
gotta
everything. Like I said, You say balance a lot. That's been the key of a lot of conversations we've had. And my one thing
Yeah.
that I align with balance that I always talk about is congruence.
Okay.
A man I know the word that doesn't get thrown out there. A very rich man told me this. Somebody that I got a conversation with who helped me. I gave me like a scholarship to one of my schools when I was younger, and I got to sit with him. He's like a millionaire and everything like that. And that was the one thing we talked about. And he was like, he said, Brandon, weird saying my name because everybody calls me Tate, but he was like,
Yeah.
one thing about life. I picked this up. I don't remember nothing else from the conversation other than he went to the University of Michigan and this line right here. But life is about congruence. And once he told me that, like it, this was literally like 2019. I remember the day. It was like right before I was about to go to London. Um, and it was like everything that worked is because everything fit at that time. So,
Mm,
and sometimes with things that it's not congruent. It's like just like and we learned in math, things just aren't don't set. So like something's going is working is so many parts that had to click to work at that one time to make it happen. For
yeah.
it, the reason why this is an idea for you to do this podcast for so many years, everything wasn't congruent yet. Like this is the
Mm-hmm.
perfect timing, the congruence of your life right now that allowed you to take this opportunity. So anything that like you want to do and work, like everything has to work, everything has to fit
Right.
for it to like be congruent. And when he said that about life, I didn't. It doesn't answer about like how to get things congruent, but understanding that like when something's working, okay, I get to see now, oh, it's working because of X, Y, and Z, A, B, C. All these things are happening right there. And it also makes me
Yeah.
think about like, yo, when something's not working, what's the thing that's missing? Or what's the thing that's I got to tweak or something that's not congruent
Yeah.
right now?
Right. No, that's so real because that really speaks towards like me even starting on Twitch because like I too also used to do YouTube videos. And then I had found a app on the phone that I had started live streaming on, and before I started on that app, I tried on Twitch, and I remember just like sitting there and being like, "Bro, like what is this? Like this?" Because I was doing it from my phone.
Okay, so
Like
it's a
I
whole
was like,
different experience.
"What?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is." Like
Yeah, no,
lost.
that's
And
crazy.
and then I went to like the app that I streamed on. I did that for like 4 years and everything. And I've met people and like I've lost people. And then I was like, you know what? Like this is feeling a little old to me. Like this isn't I don't know, it's not really working how it was
Mm,
before. And then I went on to Twitch and I didn't come on streaming right away, but I just came on because like I wasn't a part of this realm at all in any form. And I don't know, yeah, I just ended up finding a streamer and fit in like really well there, and just like it was somewhere where I could actually stay and be at. And then that introduced me to people and then introduced me to more streamers, and then eventually I started streaming, and then some of the people from the beginning came over with me. And like of course like lost people that didn't come with
of
me, and
course.
then you gain more people over here, and like it's just I always kind of like I don't always talk about it, I used to more, but just the way that it happened, it's like wow, like if I just would have left it at that first attempt, this would have just been done.
Done. Yeah.
Like it wouldn't have. But then like trying again, yeah, everything was lined up how it was supposed to be that time, and like all the doors, they was all waiting for me to walk through, and like it is really crazy the way life works out sometimes.
100%. Yeah. That's how I kind of cut peace with certain things in my life. Just trying to look back and
Yeah.
realize that, like, all right, cool. Like, I needed to do that to go get to here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Okay.
just like,
I think this was good though.
no, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you so much for being
Of
here
course, of
because
course.
honestly, a part of me was like, he ain't gonna want to do this with little
What?
old me.
Come on,
Like,
nah.
what?
I don't, yeah, little, yeah. The fact is that you even asked me is honored to, like, you know what I'm saying? Even, like, want to be a part of anything. Like, you could have told me, like, shit, we can just sit here and paint together. I'd be like, yo, you want me to paint with me? Like, I'm just honored that, like,
You
people want to do,
paint?
no, I'm ass. I can't paint for shit.
Oh,
I ain't
I
gonna lie to
mean,
you.
it's okay.
I
Art's subjective. Art's art.
that's why I love it. Like I love art. Like I go to museums. That's my pastime. Like I love art, but I admire it because I can't do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I
No,
watch it. I
whatever.
admire it because I know I can't do that. Like you can't even tell what
Whatever.
my stick figures look like. I couldn't tell you.
But you know what? Think if you was doing the art that was in the museum, there might not even be any room for you. But like if you do your art, they gonna make room for something that's not there yet. That's what makes it a gem.
You give me a canvas and tell me what to do. 3 hours later, the canvas gonna be blank. I don't got no.
Oh
I'm
my
telling you, I'm not that creative. Like that's not my creativity path. Like I'm not
God.
artistic. Like
Yeah.
like you, it's always been like that. I struggle in art. I almost failed art. How the hell you fail art? Like it's just not.
Dang.
I'm just not like a. Like art is never my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was my form of doodling was drawing the S. That was a money sign.
Oh yeah.
That was
I know
my
what you're
doodling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here throwing sketches and stuff. Nah, that's my doodling is a bunch of S's in the back of textbooks and on my paper. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I admire art and artists so much because it's like you have to like you literally think of something and put the image to life. Like that is the one of the most incredible things in the world. Like, huh? I can't even trace. Like you can be my line go, nah, I'm good. I respect it so much. Like I respect it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We gonna get Tate on art. You heard it
But
here first.
she gonna do
Next
something.
segment, sipping paint with Tate.
She is. I'm gonna be yeah, all right. All right. I'm like, I'm gonna get one of them little French hats. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna go right with my little canvas. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna get cooked. You know, I'm telling you, I can't draw to save my life. How long you been painting?
Whatever. Whatever. I used to do like portraits a lot and stuff whenever I
Portraits,
like
like
first.
drawing people?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
man.
will say it's because so like my art teacher, the way that she had us learn, we used you remember whenever the teachers would have those little projector things with like the
Mm-hmm.
transparent sheets? She would take those transparent sheets
Damn,
and
I'm
she
old.
would print
Shit, my bad.
she she would print like grids on them.
Okay.
Like little squares.
Yeah.
I was about to say how big they were, but I can't remember. And we would have to draw those grids onto our reference image.
Okay.
And then or like no, we would use that. We would put that over top of our reference image so we wouldn't have to draw them. And then we would draw the grid onto whatever we were drawing onto.
Okay.
And you look at it like a piece by piece type of thing, like
Okay.
how the curve goes through the box and everything. And it kind of creates like this muscle memory because then like you go and you do the eyes and like you get this muscle memory of like how to like get the eyes going. And then I would have to like challenge myself and like not erase, like you're not allowed to erase any lines, like so you're being a little sometimes it would get me caught up and it would take like forever to get it done because I'm like damn, like I can't erase anything. But you start to learn how to make the mistakes work into something else. But besides that, like I fell out of love with art because of trying so hard to do what art was like represented as. And then I started to get super spiritual and everything, and like I was really like thrown into the realm of spirituality. And I kind of started to get back into it, but then I started doing like energy painting. So like
Mm.
doing like tarot readings and like reading someone's energy and then painting something based off of that. And like honestly just like discovering like abstract art and like allowing you saying like having like a mental image. I cannot think of now.
Oh,
Like
you
I
just let
can't
it
think of
feel. You just
anything.
let it
Yeah,
go.
like it just kind of goes, and then I be having like it's like a trust the process, like because I get to a point and I'm like, "Ugh, like what am I doing here? Like what even is this?" And then you just like maybe take a break, maybe you need like a breather, come back to it tomorrow, whatever. But then like you keep going with it, and then next you know like you get to the end, and it's like, oh my god, like I just made that. Like what? Like
That's
where did that even
tough.
come from?
You made me think about something. I forgot to graduate. I had to take an art class in college. It was I
Mm-hmm.
forgot what it was, and the teacher's name was Brody. He was mad cool, some cool dudes. Just goes with life. And even though I hated that class, right? I didn't hate the class because of Brody or art. I hated it because it was 3 hours on a Thursday and
Oh,
Tuesday from 6 to 9, and I wanted to go.
oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I hated the class, right? But one thing he did let like he taught like a lot of different things, and I didn't recognize like I enjoyed like art prior to it because like I just
Mm-hmm.
was like even when I like my biggest thing about why I love London so much is because of the art. Like they have museums all over the place. I've been to so many, and it's funny because most of it like they have like two museums named Tate, like Tate Modern and Tate British. Like Tate's
Yeah,
like a prominent name in the UK, like Tate cookies or some bunch of different Tate stuff. But
I was
I
meant to be
love
there
art.
for real.
I'm telling you, I need somebody to marry me, get my little, you know what I'm saying, my citizenship, make that work. But you know what I'm saying, maybe in another episode we'll figure that out. Yeah, but the class just made me like taught little techniques like that. And I still have some of the sketches and the sketchbook in there and stuff like that. It made me appreciate art, sitting there and silencing yourself and put like a little
Yeah.
music on and you find like you know what I'm saying, you do find yourself, find a different. Yeah, I just was never good, you know. And I cheated on my final. I ain't gonna lie to you, I traced. I wasn't supposed to trace shit. I traced it. But I got through college, I graduated, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's that. Shout
Right.
out to Brody. But not yeah, I definitely get the feeling like the you feel energy, you feel some stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I still power to you. That's not a domain I am trying to. That's not one of my versatile things that I'm gonna be trying to tap into. I let that be you. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. We'll bring it to you as an expression thing. So
Okay.
these days, whenever you're feeling a little knocked out by life and everything, you can just go make a painting and like
I would
put
I,
that
I
into
would have
that.
a art museum every day. You know that's okay. Have a whole art museum. That's the rules. Shit, I'm exhausted from life every day. Damn.
Um, but who knows? Find a little output. You might take some of them exhaustions off.
Maybe. Maybe I need to find something. I definitely need to find something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already recognized all I do is work. I gotta figure out something, something that's
Yeah.
free.
Enjoy life a little.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get
Not
there.
saying you don't enjoy
Nah,
it,
I
but
know
like
you're
find
right.
something that.
I definitely lost. Like, I don't go outside. I don't do shit. Like, but there's also I don't like. I guess without getting too personal, I don't got a lot of like peoples out here to do stuff with, and I'm
No,
broke,
I feel that.
so I don't like air is like $100. It feels like so I don't you know what I'm saying like I don't go out to do a lot of things because it's a lot of money wise, but I also feel like I
Yeah.
haven't found like people that like I'm as much of an introvert as I am, and I've been by myself my whole life. I'm my only child, all this other stuff. I don't because of all that stuff. I don't like to do things by myself all the time because I do
Yeah.
all the main living by myself. So when I want to like go out and experience it, I'd rather like, you know what I'm saying? Like go experience that with somebody else. And I just haven't found people out here yet. Or like, I guess attempted to find people out here yet. Cause I sit through my computer all day. So
No, I feel that because I live like 2 hours from my hometown, and like it's not as far as like out of state wise, but like my primary family, they moved out to Vegas, and like they live now, they're in Arizona though. But so
they
like
burning. Okay.
well, they had to go with my grandfather because
Okay.
he had like an old life crisis. He
Okay.
lived in
Okay.
his car for like a year,
Wow.
just changing locations
Okay.
and everything. He like settled down in Colorado, and then after he ended up in Arizona, like literally licking the Grand Canyon. There ain't no
Oh.
service out there. Like you drive an hour back off the highway, and the first little chunk of living, they don't even have indoor plumbing. Like it's
Oh.
literally
Yeah, I'm too
such
much of a city boy. I can't do that. I
it's
can't do
such
power to them, but I can't do that. Hell no, that's crazy. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. That's the one in tune with the world, with outdoors, and yeah, that's
whatever. It's like they're trapped in prison right now. They're
yeah.
trying they're
I don't.
trying to
They
get
may not
out.
know it's 2024. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? They may not know that they have the opportunity to go, get some of them things. But power to each other. I don't judge nobody. If you happy, I'm happy. That's how I rock. Stay happy, I'm happy.
No, but I get that though, because that's how I be feeling. Like sometimes I miss just like living in like that hometown environment, because like all the little
You
secret things of
familiar?
where you live.
Yeah.
Like you get to go to like the little chill places, and you got like all the things that like have like that emotional connection.
Hmm.
But like I do be missing people sometimes, because it's like hard. And I don't know if you relate to this too, but like just kind of feeling like different from people. It's hard to make new friends because like
100%.
they be wanting to talk about I don't care. I don't care
Yeah.
about the new Jordans, and I don't care about the celebrity beef, and I don't
Well, that's the
care
number one
about
thing I don't care about. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm trying to like figure out my stuff, and I'm trying to grow. Like what do you want? What's going on with you? When's the last time you cried?
Not
Like
facts.
what did you cry over? Like
Yeah.
I want to talk about that stuff. So like I definitely feel on the I don't know, just like lonesomeness, I guess, in some
No, I relate that.
sense.
And for me, I feel like it's even harder for me because in so many different aspects. Even relating to people out here, I didn't just move like you know what I'm saying to a different state. Like I used to live in Massachusetts for a year. So like even moving from New York, Massachusetts, it's still the Northeast. Like they just talk a little different, and they got a little less. They got more rural areas in like the city. But I moved to
Yeah.
Texas. New York and Texas are complete opposites in every aspect, from political to scenery to people. And I don't a lot of these people out here I don't relate to. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand me. I don't understand them. Some of the
Yeah.
lingo. On top of that, it's like, well, a lot of things that I hate about being adults and why I hated college from school perspective, but I recognize even when I was in college, this is the only time, I used to say this while I'm in college, the only time in your entire life you're going to be around people of age where you can conceptualize things. Like, of course, in school you are, but you're going to be around like-minded people who maybe go on different paths, but you have a lot in common in a
Yeah.
4-year radius in your entire life. After you graduate college, even going to grad school, I was taking classes with people who were 30 because grad school is a
Mm-hmm.
whole different thing. You go right now, your neighbor could be a family of 5. You can live next to a couple of 20 years. You can live next to a college student. You'll never ever be around that many like minded people. And as you get
Yeah.
older, you got to get in a routine. Most people have a traditional 9 to 5. So they're going to Starbucks at the same time every single day, Monday through Friday. If they're
Mm-hmm.
going to the gym, they're going to the gym Monday through Friday at the same damn time after work. They're eating
Yeah.
dinner at the same time. It's a routine. And unfortunately, my life is the farthest thing from a routine ever. So
Yeah.
I don't have a routine. I don't have a sleep schedule. I wake up when I want to, which is probably why I'm broke. But you know what I'm saying? But like it's different. And everything I do is online where 90% of the world is out and about going. So like it's just very difficult for me. I'm in a brand new state and my entire job and how I make money is sitting here talking to people who are not even in the same city as me.
Yeah.
So it's weird for me. I feel you on a lonesome start. Like I don't want to be like I'm out here lonely and sad because I do have a community on here, but it's definitely like a whole
Yeah.
different thing of I don't have a lot of presence or in IRL presence.
Mm-hmm.
So I can feel you on that, just not being familiar. And I'm like I've been here almost 2 years, but I ain't been outside. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know Houston like that. Like it's cool. I like what I've
Right.
seen of
You
it,
go
but
up and when we get
yeah,
this?
what?
This was here before you came. What
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
mean?
don't know shit.
Like,
Like,
oh,
I don't
okay.
know none of this shit. I'm like, yo, they be like, yo, ever been there? I have somebody hit me up yesterday. It was no, last week. It was like, yo, bro, I'm coming to Houston, bro. Send me some spots. I ain't been in no spots here. Why you asking me? My address is here. I wake up in the same spot every day. I don't go. I don't know nothing. So like, I definitely
Right.
that is what I want to do is get like more stable with my life and get. That was a big part of me, and especially this last week is getting things in order and like getting a routine a bit. Just so like you
Mm-hmm.
said, blocks. Like I have a routine of
Yeah.
blocks of where I do stuff and be a cow so I can start getting my other parts of life, you know what I'm saying, catch up because they're definitely lagging behind. Like I've been so focused on like just content that I don't feel like I'm maybe well-rounded content creator, but I don't know if I'm a well-rounded person at the moment. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Especially because it does take so much time and like so much thought and effort, and we we're the one person that we spend our entire lives with, so
Yeah.
it's easy to kind of like just like take it for granted in some sense and like not really invest into it too much more, and like you're like investing into all the little like webs that come out from us and everything.
Yeah,
So I
nah.
definitely get that.
And I always get a reminder when I'm with people. Like when I actually go out. Like I remember like I just finished going to a family reunion last weekend. But like just my ride to the airport, my boy drove me there. And I'm like, damn, like shit, outside not that bad. Like you know what I'm saying? You're like I get reminded, like I'm like,
Right.
damn, like I'm with my boy, even though it's 45 minutes just to go to the airport. But it was cool seeing shit. I'm like, damn, that's a tree. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen that in a minute.
Yeah.
Like, but I definitely I definitely can remember. So that's why especially coming back and then seeing so many people in my family, I'm like, damn, bro, you gotta like I'm only 28. I'm not freaking deceased, but like the 20s is our most free time in the sense of when you start
Yeah.
getting establishments in your 30s, like you already have most people already careers, families, relationships, kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make sure I can I'm saying
Yeah.
get some of that fun, you know what I'm saying?
No, I love you saying that though, because I feel like a lot of people feel like their life has to be set up in their 20s. And it's like I feel like a lot of us are raised like that. Like get
Mm-hmm.
out of school, go to college, graduate, like have a family, have a job, have like be set
Yeah.
up. And it's like, nah, this is the time to like you're in that in between of adult and kid. Like
Facts.
you get to do the dreams you had as a kid because now you have the capability of an adult and you get to discover yourself and figure out really what our brain don't even finish growing until 25, and you want me to have my life figured
It
out.
stopped. Oh shit, this is me for the rest of my
I
life. Oh shit. Oh, I was hoping you said like 29. I thought I had another year or something. Damn. Oh shit. This is me.
It's
Okay.
okay, it's okay. Guys are usually late bloomers, so like you're
I'm
okay.
real
You're right on
late.
time.
Okay. I'm delayed. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for thanks for teaching me something. I ain't know that. But now you spitting to make it like, you know what I'm saying, serious. You 100% spit. Even though I was that person like who wanted to. This was a mistake. If it was up to me, I probably would have been the one that probably had like a family and stuff now and like the casual thing. I just didn't know that I would love doing what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, that's what I wanted. I didn't want to like get all that stuff in my 30s. It still bothers
Hmm.
me sometimes because I feel like I'm late, but again, that's just the pressure of the world. Like I know I'm not late, but like at the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
like for example, like how many weddings that people are having now, and like so many kids. Well, I know people who's having kids back in high school, but I'm talking about people healthy relationships that married and got the
Yeah.
kids and then out of wedlock and stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is shit. I don't even get a text back. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know, so it's like it's just you think about life and like how everybody's navigating it at different parts in their life. It's like, damn, like it's crazy, like to think about that. Because when you were 18 or like 16, did you have a certain timeline for certain things in your life you wanted to go? Like, did you want to have kids by a certain time, get married by a certain time, or age limit? Like,
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Them few years make a very big difference. Do you want me to give you both answers,
yeah,
or do you want to tell me?
yeah, yeah.
Once we go to the younger part, this is like I guess I should say trigger warning because we're on like, this is for later and everything. But I grew up not wanting to live that much anymore. And
Okay.
so I didn't really have any thought process of what my life was going to be. And then once I got to a certain age, I actually felt like stumped and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm still here." Like I didn't have any game plan. I
Mm,
didn't have any thought of like it was kind of like I don't know, just one day it was like a smack in the face like, "Wait a minute." Like we didn't even think we was going to get out of high school for
okay.
real, for real. And like now here we are. And then so like getting up to 18, I actually was pregnant. So cuz
Okay.
I had my daughter what like right after I turned 20,
Okay.
I think. Or like right before I don't know. It was either right after I turned 19 or right after I turned 20.
Okay.
And yeah, I will say, because I was gonna say this kind of anyway, like as somebody who came from the side of like maybe more having like that, like, because like me and her dad, we were together for like 8 years or something. Like it was like a good little bit of time and everything. And I just know that like then I was so kind of like locked in on what I thought that was,
Mm,
that I missed out on a lot that could have been like just for me and like my growth and everything. But of course, like I don't like regret any of it
of
because it
course.
got me my daughter. It
Yeah.
got me to where I am today. I have the experience and perspective that I have today because of it all. But l- it, I don't know. It just goes to show that like a lot can change. Because if you would have asked me then, like now, like I wouldn't be streaming. I would be like a housewife somewhere, essentially, like created whatever that would have
Mhm.
been creative and everything. But I do know that like now, like I've gotten such an appreciation for the time that I've gotten to like figure out myself, and like now the time that I'm getting to like explore and like do things. And I am super excited for like a family and like that like setup of life and everything. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, like they was wanting me to have this back then, and like it, I just like I can't like imagine having that anymore. Like I can imagine having it in the future, but I'm saying I have like already had it. I definitely feel like that's like a 30s, like, having a family and kids, and like people make that feel like it's old. It kind of sounds old to say to have kids at like 30.
No, yeah, people definitely be making that sound like shit. Yeah.
There's definitely time for it though. Like I don't know. All of this is important. Like all of your growth and all of your experience and all of like everything that you're
100%.
going
I
through.
appreciate you being
'Cause-
vulnerable. Obviously, I wasn't aware of all of
No,
that
yeah.
stuff, but appreciate you for doing that. Nah, it's interesting. Yeah, like different parts of life and different. Like I said, like I always find it so interesting that like there's 8 billion people on this planet navigating life at their own. Like there's no rule book to this. All just coexisting
Right.
and having so many different experiences. It's insane. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's cool. It's lit.
Yeah. You saying that this is like, because it's just always going to keep going. It's just never going to end.
Yeah,
We're
no
going to keep
facts.
talking.
There's always something
No,
to do.
the
So there's
conversation, we ain't
always
never
something.
going to
Yeah, there's
stop.
always something to do. I saw the comment. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Reptile. That's a lot of. I don't even know how long we've been going now. Shit, 2 hours and 4 minutes or 5 minutes. I've been. Yeah, that's a lot of editing. You ain't even lying.
I'm sorry. We got this.
Yeah. Couldn't be
But
me.
one
I'm young as hell. Must be nice.
whatever, he just turned 30, but
Oh,
he's
never mind.
young.
Shit, I'm young. Shit. Fuck me. If you young, I'm freaking. I'm a teenager. Shit, I'm young as hell then.
But I had seen this one guy, he posted a video and he was basically talking about the comparison of we don't get to choose our family and like our, like that's who we come into life with and everything. It's important to remember that in 100 years, the world's gonna have 8 billion new
That's
people.
facts.
Like these people that we are on earth with, they are our chosen people to spend this lifetime with. And it is like super important to connect and enjoy and to be there for one another, even if like we don't know each other. Like
That's
it's so
facts.
important just to keep like a humanistic uh outlook on life. And that's really what this is all about. Like it's about this like podcast is about needing people to see that like normalizing normal life. Like this is real life. Like everything's important. Like everything, you're not behind. You're not doing it wrong. You're as long as you're learning and you're growing and you're continuing to live, then like you're literally doing all that you need to do. So